Whoa, you got on fast. What's up, Magician's Hobby? How's it going, man? All right, let's see. Loading up the custom boosters with hot new slabs. We'll also say free Overframe Yugioh, which is provided by Mark, by the way, live card shop. All right, loading up the boosters with hot new slabs. We're going to try and improve the custom boosters tonight because I feel like a lot has come out of them, actually. And we need to get them nice and full, the way I like it. Here, we're going live right now for Friday night time. Okay, copy that. Let's go advertise this on Instagram. Haha, I was just scrolling and you popped up. Yes, it is that time. We're pretty much live on time. I don't know why we start so late at 2:16 a.m. I guess I could start it at like 1:30. But we've been doing 2 a.m. for a while, more like 2:30 even, you know what I mean? Like by the time we're up and rolling, it's more like 2:30. All right, so I just placed a new video out. There it is. We're going to put this in the comment section and hit post. All right, that is up and running. And then we got this guy. Delete this. Yeah, that Hobbit Magic the Gathering pack video is not getting huge views. And I like to think it's just because it's not Pokemon. Pokemon wins, man. All right, we'll go ahead and post this. Good. Now we're going to hop over here to Facebook, do the same old thing. It's only 12 here in Vegas. Think you'll keep to the 2 a.m. time when you move? Oh, that's a very interesting question. Because if I ran the stream, you know, at 2 a.m. in Vegas, I mean, that's really late of a start time. If I start at 2 a.m. in Vegas, that's a really late start time for New York. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Weird, because that would mean Karis's her whole timeline shifts too. I didn't think about that one. All right. Well, we'll figure that out when we come across that as an issue. Okay, we're going to post this. Maybe I'll be less of a nocturnal animal. All right, we'll post this. Wait, this is a previous stream. Does this say, what does this say? I want to see this. Let's see, leave page. Whoa, look at this. So the stream, the YouTube stream, I'm sorry, the Facebook stream, despite not really getting a lot of viewers, it did actually receive 185 views. Huh, that's not bad. I'm actually surprised by that. All right. Yeah, that's not nothing. Drop this in here. We're good. That's 2 hours off for everyone else that is used to the time you've been streaming. If Magic did a Poke set, it would go mad. Man, you live a wild life. I don't know how you start a stream at 2:20 a.m. I live in Missouri also. Yeah, I do. Actually, I was working all the way up to the last second before I went live. Then I produced a piece of content. So actually, what I did today was I actually was just kind of casually writing a Pokemon card book. We were talking about that in the daytime stream. And I've always been a pretty heavy writer. That was true about me when I was a kid. I did a lot of writing. I just liked it. I'm a talkative guy, and so the writing matches the talkativeness. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would finish it. It's weird to think that I would finish writing a book. I think writing a book's kind of gay, kind of pretentious. But I don't know. Maybe I should try to get something done other than just YouTube content. I'm used to making YouTube content. I make a lot of YouTube content. But, man, I don't know. Here we are. It's an interesting thing. All right. I think about writing books a lot, actually. I don't know if you know that. Here we are. All right, here's Zapdos. Hey, I'm writing a book. Nice. Let's see, it's only 12 here in Vegas. Okay, let's put this here. So the title says we're going to increase the pulls in those Poke Shuffles and the live customs. Oops, let's fix this camera. And I don't know if that's a very exciting title, but, you know, it's just going to be a regular night as well. So anything can happen tonight. Let's get started with this Regigigas. He's a pristine, right? Let's start filling it up. So we're going to bump him up to... He's from 2022. I'm trying to decide, do we make him 150 or do we make him 125? I think we let him be 150. Why not? Let's get him in there. Let's stuff these boxes, man. I'm gonna write a book called How to Get All the Ladies with Pokemon Cards. Yeah, there might be a strategy for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2. Kind of mix these the yellow packs in. Here we are. Grab these over here. Regigigas. Number 1, 2, 3. Pristine Reggie T10. I think a book is cool for someone with the gift of gab. You obviously have that. I do talk a lot. Let's grab this. It is. I've never truly sat down and organized all my thoughts about how to be good at Pokemon card trading. And so it's kind of interesting to sit down and actually write my thoughts down, because it does organize the thoughts, I suppose. The thing is, at some point, there's so much written that you can't easily access that information without investing time into reading it. So maybe that's why I've never really liked actually putting a book out or anything. Here's the high ground. Is it a refractor? It's a mini diamond refractor. So that is the high ground, Star Wars. Let's put this one in. Anyways, we were talking about that because in the daytime stream, we had Louis enter the stream, and he started asking me money questions. His questions, they weren't just like friendly friend questions or just, you know, somebody who's kind of casual, having some fun in the hobby, asking a casual hobby question. He was asking a money question. He wants the secrets, you know. And I thought, man, I have to actually work on a strategy guide for Pokemon cards already, because that was exactly what we used to do for Monster Hunter. That's what we were good at with Monster Hunter. You know, there were guys out there who were better at speedrunning than me. They were better at it. They played the game better than me. They just had more skill. But I was better at explaining the game. I could talk and make sense of the game for people, and that's a skill too, you know? So we could take a speedrunner and break down each thing he was doing, and this helped people understand how the game worked. So yeah, helping people understand how a game works is something I enjoy doing. It is. There we go. All right, a book of lies. It's going to be a Logan Paul biography. What are you talking about? Who's making a Logan Paul biography? So here's Squirtle. I think Squirtle shall be 125. We're going to reduce the price on the Squirtle. It is 125. After watching some of your streams, I find the small things funny. I like how you open packs and push them up from the bottom. You definitely have a system. That was one of the things people noticed early on about me, that I do that. And that started a long time ago when I used to run 2 YouTube channels. And one of them was a gaming channel called TheCardconomist. And this is a card channel. And I had this really serious problem where I was gaming for like 12 hours a day. And then I had to open up booster packs by hand, you know, ripping the foil. And I started experiencing carpal tunnel. It was too much, like my hands couldn't do that much work. It was like actually effing my hands up. You know, like my joints started to hurt, my wrists were hurting. I was getting carpal tunnel. And so I had to have a solution to that. I didn't know what it would be. And I said, well, why don't we cut the packs open? So that's how the sneep, that's where the sneep comes from. We started cutting packs open, and I had this little push pop method for getting the cards out without touching them. And people noticed that very early on. They're like, this guy opens packs with scissors. It's freaking weird, dude. You know, because that's not how a lot of people open. A lot of people just open the cards. We are. All right, how about, what we got left? What we got left? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got to leave a couple of these left over for if somebody does a reroll on a big card. But let's see, we got some, maybe one more card, huh? That Tangela. Let's make Tangela a $200 card. So we're reducing the price on Tangela. So we're stuffing up those live customs for Friday night. Feel free to place your orders, guys. You can place them now. I game so much, I got carpal tunnel as well. Oh man, when that Smash Brothers Ultimate came out, I got such bad carpal tunnel from that. I played it so hard for so long. And then I started playing online, and it just got worse. So I was like, I gotta stop playing this game. This game's no good for me. Yeah. I don't have carpal tunnel now. My hands are fine now. It was the game. 4 of spade. Tangela. Red. P10. Okay, it's a good one. Okay, there we go. We're stuffing up these Poke Customs. We're just putting anything we can in there. We reduced the price of the Tangela to make it more enticing. Okay. All right. So this is stuffed. Live Customs stuffed, everybody. Who doesn't love some stuffed Live Customs? Welcome in, guys. Take a second. Smash the like button for me on your way in. Let's get the likes up real fast, okay? We want to get half the number of viewers. Should be the number that we have of likes. All right, see this? This is the mark giveaway. BR, you're the first person with the crown. Here you go, Mr. BR. BXR. So hit that like button if you want a chance to get in here. I bet it matters. I bet it does. Probably liking the channel, probably subscribing. I don't know what exactly hands-out experience. Maybe hanging around in the stream the entire stream. But I bet you that crown matters, man. I bet you all your behaviors matter to get those points for the crown. Tammy doesn't know what gives you points. Tammy hasn't figured it out. She's still wondering. She'll figure it out. All right. Gamed, huh? I still can't believe how inexpensive the poker cards are. They all have such a low population, are truly vintage. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool, and I think they have more time to grow. So, not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Because right now, heavens knows, everything in the hobby is really expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, it's not a bad thing because you can't really find anything like that these days. And so you have a part of the hobby that's still somewhat accessible. Old, made, tot, su, gi, ri, t10. Okay, totally not wigged. You know what grinds my gears? How come we can't watch movies on my Nintendo Switch too? Like the Game Boy Advance let you watch some Pokemon episodes on the cartridges. I want that for my Switch. What? Yeah, I want to be able to browse the hub from my Switch. Come on, Nintendo. Nintendo holding us back, man. They don't want us to have any real fun. That could be a pull in the Poke Shuffle, but then it would be the top pull. The pineapple under the sea command tire. Let's get it in there. Let's get it in there. We're gonna put a little SpongeBob in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, there we are. So we're stocking up these Poke Shuffles. We're gonna stuff the Poke Shuffles. Command tower P8. He's talking about the eBay hub kids. Also, do anything interesting today? Probably just made out with carrots for like 3 hours. There we go. All right, let's see. We went out to eat at a Chinese buffet. It was surprisingly full. Usually not that full. It was packed. There were like people there. We were like, geez. We tried to go for a walk, but it was so miserably humid outside. We only walked for a while. We were like sweating, dude. That can go in. Loading it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. We're going to say number 050 Diglett. Okay. And it's going to say P9. All right. Isn't that why we have the other shuffles? Here we are. All right. If you pull the pineapple, so once upon a time, we used to not have the other shuffle. And every single slab that was not a Pokemon slab would have to be filtered some way or another through the live customs and through the Poke Shuffles. Now, we created the other shuffles later, and it's loaded up with non-Pokemon. I'm still going to place 1 or 2 non-Pokemon cards in the Pokemon boxes. They just won't be very frequent. All right, they get a lot of traffic, so we let that happen. Okay, this is going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Princess Peach. Peach. Queen. Spades. Oops. Queen Spade. P10. Okay. It's so humid right now in Kansas City. I went out in the yard today to do a few things. I got bit by 10 mosquitoes and gave up. Kansas City, huh? That's where all my extended family is. There's the Waifu Shuffle, picking up a slab. All right. Hey, what's up, PDX? What about the Pokemon of the other shuffle? We are. Okay, this is a numbered Krusty Krab 9. This is tempting to regrade. What cost it to grade? 9, I wonder. Yeah. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it as is. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Good. We got number 45. The Krusty Krab T10. These were fun to grade. I opened up a box of SpongeBob for myself when it first came out, and it was really expensive, and I didn't really pull anything good, but I got a couple 10s out of it, and I thought the whole thing was pretty funny. Okay, there's the other shuffle. All right, so as the title suggested, we were stuffing up the live customs, the Poke Shuffle, the other shuffle, and the Waifu shuffles. Oh, that's nice. That's juicy. So, what we got? Nothing's better than a cold water. Okay, so tonight we have the Mark J. Valerian giveaway. Everyone thank Mark for his generous donation. We have Javier Arroyo, ordered 20 minutes ago, 1 live custom. Let's get it. All right. Worked 51.8 hours this week and still need Sunday 1, 2, 3. Oops, 4. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. You got 1 Rufflet. Sweet. Putting that back. Whoa, this box is loaded, man. It's like a spring, basically. Javier picking up 1 Rufflet. Miss Alexis got the shipping done. Boy, it was a lot of shipping. But she forgot to get Jacob Chickering his 20 stance. So I still have to fix that. Here's Mr. Eddie Mendoza Gengar Sublist, 2 spots. Speaking of which, I believe the gentleman who wanted the secret name contacted me. I have to go read that. I think he is an old customer who is coming back, and he wants to remain anonymous. Okay, there we go. Very good. This is going off the sublist. Oh, yeah. Eddie Mendoza triggering the sublist. 1, 2, 3, 4. I missed the Delta Rain pre-sale thoughts on the 30th. I don't know. It's a Pokemon set. Lots of modern Pokemon sets out there right now, guys. Nothing like this Pikachu, though. Nothing like this Pikachu. You know, it's going to be a poo-poo show, the 30th anniversary. It's going to be so overpriced. There's going to be millions of it printed. You know, it's just going to be so much of it. So I don't know what to think of it yet. I do like the Storm Emeralda Rayquaza and the Delta Rain. Actually, I love the name of the set, Delta Rain. That's super cool. So I do like that Rayquaza that's going to be in Delta Rain after the 30th anniversary. So maybe I'm a little more excited about that English set. And, of course, the Japanese set as well, because the Japanese version is very pretty. Japanese cards still look better than English cards, guys. That's still true if you take a look at them side by side. All right, give me a number. I believe in the heart of the cards. Sweet action TRG. I crossed over 50 today. I'll get a couple this morning. I think I'm good for the week. Hey, what's up? Apex Robbie. How's it going, man? I choose 2. 1, 2. He's the chooser, guys. We got Team Rocket Grunt on 1. Oh, for once, 1 didn't win. Juan Gonzalez. Eddie Mendoza. Oh, it's got to be you, Eddie. Yep, you had the last 2 spots. Congratulations to Eddie Berto Mendoza. You needed that because I think you had a bad round in here once or twice before. So this maybe helps even you out slightly. All right. It does make you wonder, though, why not just buy a whole spot, you know? You guys love sublists. You're like, yeah, I'll take a sublist, actually. Maybe it's that, you know, taking a little bite of this, a little bite of that. Maybe there's a good feeling to that, you know, not having to go deep. All right. So we'll just circle spot number 4. Good. I don't know if you're paying to the Gengar sublist, but it's flying. Not the sublist, but the total number of people in here it's on fire. I mean, look at it. It's up to 15 out of 36. It's unbelievable. Look at that. It's 15 out of 36, everybody. Wow. Again, I've lost 5 times, but at least I got 1 spot in there. Somebody has to lose. It's just how it is. Somebody has to miss and pull a common card. And you get the common card. It's the nature of it. You know, you can just buy it straight in and you'll get the average pull rate. Think about it. The average in a 1 in 4 break, the average pull rate is every 4 times you try, you should pull it about once. So if you just buy a whole spot, you're getting the average pull rate. I encourage people to try that. All right, so I'm gonna go. Let's see. Grab the link to the stream. Wait, we didn't finish setting up the stream. Oh my gosh, we didn't finish setting it up. I got to do that. Hold on. How did I get so distracted? So let me put the here. Let me put this in here. How do people even have 75 now? It's Woinky. Did you just say Woinky? Ah, the chat keeps moving. I'm trying to do this. Ah, it keeps moving. I'm trying to pin this message. All right, did it work? Did I pin the... Hopefully I pinned the website. Yeah, I did. Rip and Flip, welcome to Poke Emojis. Nice, dude. I like that. You got the TCC ball. That's cool. You know what else I probably didn't do? I didn't turn on ads. I better turn them on. All right. Today we worked on the Waifu shuffles, the other shuffles, the Poke shuffles, and the live customs. You can see them in the thumbnail there. And we just keep those nice and packed and full. There's a lot of cards in there if you guys want to see them. That's one of the biggest things we sell, you know. People love them. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because we've turned slabs into a booster pack. That's the fundamental idea, turning slabs into a booster pack. People like that because you can't buy that from Nintendo. You can't buy that from Pokemon directly. All right, so the other thing we forgot to do, we forgot to fill in the tags. Tammy, why didn't you remind me? I was relying on you, Tammy. That's all right, Tammy. Here we are. Let's see. Here we are. Put this here. We'll hit save. Welcome, Rip and Flip. Chat keeps bugging out for me. We need Weoinky emoji. New guy, new guy. Rip and Flip's not a new guy. Look at that. He's got that TCC Pokeball. He's been around for a while. Also, so now we've got that done, right? Now, I need to go into my messages. And here it is. Hi, man. I used to be the so-and-so on PayPal. Okay, so I should just be able to look him up. It doesn't show up here. Maybe it's one word. Let me go in here. Oops. I'm trying to identify this guy. All right, he does not show up there either. I wonder if he would show up. I wonder if he would show up in Streamlabs. Dare I open Streamlabs? I mean, I haven't been updating it. Let's see. I'm trying to open Streamlabs here, guys. Do you want this app to make changes? No. No. All right, we're opening up Streamlabs. Let's see if we can find this guy in here. Mister, you got any more booster pack slabs for sale? Maybe. All right. Whoa, this has been keeping up to date everything. Crazy. This is like my first time opening Streamlabs in like, what, like 2 years or something is what it feels like. All right. How would I look up people? I don't remember. Not that way. There was a way to look up people. No, I do not want to log out. What's this? Nope, I do not want that. Boy, I don't remember how to do this. All right. What about this? Open performance window? No, that's not it. Dashboard. Let's go to dashboard. Oh, nope. Dashboard is over here. Maybe this is what I want. Analytics, recent event, alert box, tipping, custom website. Boy, I just haven't done this in so long. I don't remember how I used to do this. Panel maker, alert box, chat box. Well, I better give up here because we got to keep our stream running. So let's close this. So I don't know how to look him up, but I feel like I recognize his name from almost 5 or 6 years ago. So maybe there's another option. Maybe we can actually go to PayPal. We're going to log into PayPal and see how far back PayPal can go. I'm trying to verify this guy who sent money on our website, and he's saying he's an old customer of mine. He gave me a nickname. Well, we haven't used nicknames since, like, I don't know, forever ago. And if that's really him, then he should show up here. Okay, so naturally that does not work. And then let's choose state, custom, and then how far back can we go? Oops. All right. Oh my gosh, I wish it worked better than that. This is so stupid. Okay, going back to 2025, going back to 2024, going back to 2023. It stops at 2023. Okay, so we're gonna try this. So we're gonna try August 2023. Apply all filters. Nope, still doesn't find him. Okay. So weird. I just need some way to confirm him. Let me respond to him then. I'm gonna respond to his email now. Let me read his message really carefully, okay? Oh, I know. Let's try to use the email he has here. So let's grab this email and see what this email brings up, if anything. So I'm going to jump over here and test this email out. Okay. Nothing. And then let's try this. Because this is important, because if we can find him, I'll add him to, no, it's not showing up there either. So he must have been here a really long time ago. I don't think he knows how old or how long ago he was here. Aha! He might have been running under a different name, so he was in my address book. That's good. Let me pick it. Ah, there he is. All right, I know who he is. I know who he is now. We know who he is. And is the address the same? That would be convenient. I think we know who he is now. And we have done business together, and so I think I'm safe to process his orders. Let's go back over here, back to his order that he placed a long time ago, 11 hours ago. He hasn't even moved. He's living in the same house. All right, cool. So we're gonna allow him to make his purchase now. He wanted 1 spot in the Mega sub list, 2 in the Gengar sub list. All right, that was important because we just started a new Gengar sub list, and he's taking these spots. And he wants a name. LD444, that's the name he wants. All right, he's going to get it. So it looks like a new guy, but he's actually a returning guy, and he is in on the sub list. And then over here, he's going into this as well. So sorry for that, guys. I had to figure this out. PayPal has all the receipts. Here we are. We found him. We had to look for a different name than what he gave me in the email, but it all matched. All right, there we go. LD444. Wait, put one more 4. I don't know why we want to have triple 4s. All right, there we go. So LD444, spot number 3. Spot number 2. Number 3 is what's next. Let me go respond to him in an email now. I'm going to tell him that he's in. Thank you very much. Each time you order, please remind me about the nickname. You're good to go. You can place whatever orders you would like. All right, cool. Very good. All right, we're all good. I'll throw this away. Now, Eddie Mendoza's done. Who else is next? We got another order. We got an order from Mark J. Valerian. Can I get 15 Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity Vs? Let's go get some Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity Vs, everybody. I'll be right back. Thinking about giving out a box of this brown dust. What do you guys think of brown dust? Look, we got this brown dust. We got plenty of this. we are. I got to advertise that we have waifu cards to people. Okay. There's room on the table for rotation on the slabs now. There's lots of room. Yep. The next order is going to say his real name for getting the nickname. Don't forget to bring a towel. Don't forget to bring a towel. Oh, man, you want to get high? Brown dust sounds like a spice. A spice. He knows about the spice. The spice melange. Man, that Chinese buffet was good, man. I always get the same thing. I get noodles, mushrooms, and these chicken skewers, and pretty much nothing else. And it was all perfectly fresh. They just cooked all of it. It was 100% fresh. It was so juicy. Like there were bean sprouts in the noodles, and they were like crunchy, like they just cooked it. I'm still thinking about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can tell they're getting busy because their daughter comes out to help with the work. Their youngest child is a daughter. So it's mom, dad, and son run the whole buffet. So 3-person run the buffet. That's how small it is. And then on a busy night, the daughter comes out. The daughter comes out and starts helping. It's really funny. We are. All right. I just need to get a little high. Oh, man. I'm so high. Time to sleep. All right. This is for our good friend, Mark. He is the provider of the giveaway tonight. Okay, let's see. I think we need to have a Friday night promotional item. Do you like Kung Pao chicken? Probably. I don't know what that is. What's Kung Pao chicken? There we go. I like spicy food. I like food that's pungent, stinky food. I don't like food that's too sweet, but I love dessert. But when I'm eating food, I like it to be salty. Salty and meaty. And then dessert's dessert. It's a separate thing. Here goes. When I'm eating your booty cheeks, I like it to be a little salty, a little sweet, and a little spicy. Here's Sprigged Blue. That's not how you say that. What is this? Is it a standard hollow? Sprite Blue. Kung Pao chicken is good. Which one counts as Kung Pao chicken? Because I never really learned their names. I make these chicken skewers, and they are roasted on like a barbecue. And so they're kind of cooked over a flame, and they're just so freaking good, dude. I've eaten at a lot of Chinese buffets. They're always kind of the same, right? You know what I'm talking about? Chinese buffets. This one is just ran by a little family, and you get like a better quality out of it. It's crazy. The chef is just one guy. It's the dad. He likely owns the whole store, so the owner does the cooking, and their cooking's good. There's a much bigger Chinese buffet in the opposite direction. It's about the same driving distance. We've been there multiple times. We never go there anymore. It's just not as good. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not as good. So this little one ran by a family of 4. That's the good Chinese buffet. And tonight it was really busy. The whole room was filled. And you could hear them like shouting at each other. They shout, they shout in Chinese, and it's really funny. The mom's, she's sort of like in charge of everything. And the husband's the chef, right? So she's in charge of the cash register. She's in charge of putting food out, and she tells them what's needed, and she takes phone calls. They actually, not only do they run the buffet, but they act as a regular Chinese takeout. So she takes the takeout orders. Dude, they're busy as hell, man. And then they got like this son. He's like super laid back. He never seems like excitable or worried or anything. Like, he never has like a hustle in his step, right? But he just like hovers around the restaurant the whole time, doing this, doing that. It's almost like he's got this personality, like he's clocked out listening to music on an iPhone, but he's got no iPhone, so he's not listening to anything. So it's like, how's this guy so chill? But he floats around, and he gets all the plates, and he can help people check out too if the mom is too busy. And but the mom and the dad, I think they do most of the food, and she puts the food out and tells them what to cook. Crisp cake noodle? I like getting crispy gao ghee. The bigger a restaurant gets, the lower the quality it tends to be. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes Chinese buffets are overly crowded, and that gets annoying too because all the good stuff is always gone, and it gets really messy, and you just know there's somebody like pooping and not washing their hands. What's cool about this Chinese buffet is it's never that busy, and it's because of the natural constraint of the family. Like, I feel like if there's ever too many people in the buffet, there truly isn't enough food. They can't cook it fast enough. And as a result of this, I never really see the buffet getting like overwhelmingly crowded. I think people know when it's too full and they go, I would go somewhere else. Because you can see the parking lot, right? And so, yeah, it's an interesting experience. It's not like a standard buffet. Ooh. All right, no overframe in here. I never eat any buffets. Mister, wait till you move to Vegas. You'll be in heaven. We went to a Chinese buffet in Vegas. We went to the one that was most highly rated on Yelp. And I can tell you right now, Karis didn't like it. I didn't like it. It wasn't as good as the one we have over here. And again, it's just one family running the whole thing. We look for like key food items. You know, like how good is the chicken? How good is the beef? How good is the rice? How good is the noodles? They can have a cheap buffet. They can have a big buffet. They can have an expensive buffet. But if the food quality isn't there, none of it matters. Here it is. Look at this. Platinum. That's going to be my new job when I quit Pokemon one day. When I retire, I'll be a food critic. They are. Ooh. I'll be like, I'll be a really ferocious food critic. There you go. All right. So, Mr. Mark, let's grab your stuff. Ribbon Flip is back. What? What's up, Ribbon Flip? All right, we got Mark J. Valerian. Ooh. Putting that over there. I love it when people come back. It's nice to see you, man. Let's grab this. Okay. Put that in there. And we're grabbing this. Off the Strip has so much good food. We learned that Las Vegas has like a Chinatown. And it's like a road actually pretty close toward the Summerlin area, which is where we'd like to move. And they got a lot of authentic Asian food, and it's really, really good. We ate there almost every single night. We had the Wynn Buffet. That was almost $100 per person. That was one of the most famous buffets, I guess, in Vegas. And it was just okay. I wouldn't spend $100 on that. It's too much. But there was a huge line to get in. You had to wait like 30 minutes roughly to get into the buffet. And I was like, wow, people really want this buffet, man. But I wasn't impressed by it. It was like, ooh, what is this? We got 2 of these. It had like a lot of crab legs, but the buffet was so expensive, you're not really getting your money's worth out of those crab legs. And then after that, it was a lot of other standard food items. I tried the filet mignon. I tried the, you know, they had all these special steak cuts. What are they? What's that juicy, fatty steak cut? I can't remember what they call it. Sirloin, top sirloin or something. I can't remember the name. But it was just beef. That's all it was, ultimately. It was just beef. I was like, Golden Corral has better steaks than this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it costs $45 for 2 people. It's like $25 each. Maybe less than that. All right, so we got 140, scallopede. Their desserts were good. They had this really yummy dessert. It was like this little it was like this little miniature drumstick. You know, the drumsticks. And it was pretty good. But I don't go to buffets for dessert. You don't want to load up on dessert at a buffet. It's a waste. You go there for the meats. Gotta get the meat. Prime rib. Yeah, prime rib. I think that's what it was. Prime rib. And it was like this flabby. It was almost like ham, actually. It was like if beef was ham. And it was like this flabby, juicy, red-colored stuff. But it didn't have any flavor in the center. All the salt was on the outer edge. So you had to pour this little sauce onto it. And it was like super salty. And I was like, whatever, dude. I was like, why am I paying so much for this? That's crazy. I'm eating the prime rib. Yes, open the prime shuffles, everybody. Yeah, the prime shuffle. You don't want those nasty regular shuffles. Open the prime shuffles. Yeah, sometimes it's just a name. It's like, dude, there's just some cut of meat. And it was just okay. The prime. All right, let's see what's going on here. I'm going to hit refresh. Let's see. You got to say something cute, TRG. Be a girl and show up on Tuesday. Nice to see you back. Makes me remember the good old days. Yeah, I remember the good old days back when things were happening. I don't remember the good old days. All right, let's see. Team Rocket Grunt. He says, me. Let me get 1 extra hot, spicy, fresh, weighted live custom, Pikagar spot, Tyranitar sublist spot. Let me get spot number 4 on the list. All right, you got it. I think it just means first rib. Oh, first rib. I'll take first dibs on the first ribs. So we need a live custom. They're pretty full. Beware, there's a lot of slabs in here right now. 1, 2, 3, and a 4. There it goes. Oh, yeah. You got Tentacool. That's pretty cool. So you just pulled $125. I think it's $125. You just pulled Poker Tentacool from the Leaf Green collection. And even if you hate Tentacool, you can still use him as reroll fodder. Or you can consign him or whatever you want to do. Let's see if we can find him first. Here he is. He is 125. So the reroll is for 4 spots. There it is. Tentacool. I remember when Mister was in his apartment. Really? That long ago? That was a long time ago, Rip and Flip. Rip and Flip, we're getting ready to go to Las Vegas. We're probably going to go see if we missed the lake really badly. I'm scared of that, actually. I am. I'm scared if we leave, I'm going to go, man, I wish I had a lake house. So we're going to move all the way out to Las Vegas and live there for probably a year in a rental unit, probably like a rental home, and beef up a bunch of security as fast as we can. And then after all that, we are going to potentially liquidate some big cards and use those big cards to pay for a more substantial home. In the meantime, we're going to sell the Missouri properties are going to be sold off. So these will go bye-bye. And they're great prices on these Missouri homes. But that's because you have to pay 5% taxes to live in Missouri. So there's a 5% state tax. Boo. All right, let's see. It's wigged. Let it roll. All right, you got it? So we're going to get out of here and into a no-tax state where we belong. We want to be where the people are. I want to be where the people are. See, I could have been a Disney princess. So we're going to get out of here and move to a state that matters, because this one does not, because people voted for it to not matter. I didn't vote for it to not matter. Someone else did. I would have liked for this state to be like one of the important states, but it's not, because people don't want to vote for it to be important. So they said, nah, no tax-free state status for us. We love paying taxes. Taxes are great. All right, here goes. You get, oh, this goes to the back. I got to remember how to do my own system. So people in Missouri love to pay taxes, and they voted no getting rid of the tax system. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Good luck. And that means we're going to Reno or Vegas or Knoxville or Nashville. Probably those places. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh yeah, double snipe. He's gone from 25 to 100 to what? We've got Jumbo. Oh, you pulled the Jumbo pack. That's funny. I forgot that's a mechanic in here. So where is the Jumbo pack? I forgot about it. We got the Tammy pack and we got the Jumbo pack. Here it is. This is the Jumbo pack. You get all of these. Now, you can either take this Jumbo pack. I'll just show you what's in it briefly. You will have to open these if you accept it. Okay. I guess technically you could leave it sealed. That'd be weird, though. I guess if you paid for shipping right away, you could leave it all sealed. Okay. Now, you can open this, or you can re-roll this for $75. It was valued at $150, by the way. So you're at the halfway point if you re-roll it. Pretty far down there. So let me know about that. And now, he also pulls Marnie. Now, this is a good Marnie. This isn't just some Marnie trainer. It's Marnie Grimmsnarl. It's really cool. Let's see if you right over here. So you probably turn $25 into like $250 here with this lucky round. And this is why people like the shuffles. This is why they like the live customs. Because of lucky rolls like this one. Yeah, here we are. So this is Marnie's Grimmsnarl from Mega Dream. Wow, cool. I think it's a decent card. Right. Marnie's one of the waifus. And that's an SIR. Let me know what we're doing here, TRG. I'll take the Jumbo pack, rip it, and flip it. All right. So I'll set this here. Let me know what you think of that Marnie, okay? If you re-roll it, it's only for 100. Now, the Jumbo pack, I'm going to toss that. There's the original Jumbo pack bag, huh? It's way higher than 14. It's more like, probably like 50 or 60 or something, because we didn't start numbering it till later. Okay, here goes, everybody. Enjoy. Feast your eyes on this Jumbo pack. To me, it's crazy that it got re-rolled so much in the first place. I mean, who gives up a jumbo pack? So much potential in a jumbo pack. That also means we have to build a new jumbo pack and place it back in. Hey, we got a lot of snips to make here. Okay, good. Got a little Minecraft here. Mr. Tosted. Reroll the Marnie. All right, Marnie will be re-rolled for $100. Okay. Snipping this. Chainsaw Man. That could be pretty big. We got these Powder Puff Girls. Okay. The Boys. I forget we have The Boys. Did you guys watch The Boys? Did you watch The Boys, Mr. Team Rocket Grunt? It's a funny show. It's over now. There it goes. Still time to pull a Homelander, I suppose. I don't think that that franchise will die off. I think it was so popular that they'll spin it off into other series. So, yeah, let's see. First Playboy. We're looking for Trump. Daddy Trump. No Daddy Trump for you. Trump! Only women. Ew! Get me out of here. All right, now we got Homelander. Checking for numbers. I don't see numbers. All right, cold pack of Homelander. Cold pack of The Boys. Now we got Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity Collection. Okay, Pot of Duality. Good. You got one of these. You're looking for this. This is, back then, these were still a little more valuable. Whatever you call that. All right, now you got the Powder Puff Girls. Seize the Day. These are really cool. These are vintage, by the way. The Mad Scientist. There they are. These are see-through. Isn't that cool? Mayor, this is very serious. And that was fun. And this background card, which seems a little bent. Look at that. That's bent. Huh. I didn't bend it. I went to pull off a Homelander. It was terrible. You didn't like it? A lot of people point out in the last episode when he takes the obvious Musk satirical character to space, that he lifted off to space like in a split second. But then when he had his epic fight with the main characters, he kept having like these really slow takeoffs. It was like, what the hell? There we are. It was all right. It felt like it got rushed really fast right at the end. All right, you ready? You pull Makima. She's a nice person and not a terrible person. Here's Sneaker Bunko Volume 2. Gundam. Okay, we got some Gundam. Wow, not bad. Look at that. You actually pull the artwork from the booster pack. Good deal. That's a hit, I think. And now here's Animal Crossing. Back when we had more Animal Crossing. You've got the owl called Blathers. You got a Card Wars. We're still selling Card Wars all these years later. Tax reduction. Oh, hell yeah. The Pickler. Woo. I did watch The Boy Standing. Was not as good as I wanted it to be. Yeah, we all felt that way. I didn't like the fight with the Deep either. I really enjoyed the Deep's character because they kept sending him off on like, you know, like all these fun directions with the character. And so his character just kind of ends in an unexciting way. I don't know. It just wasn't like satisfying. Here's, whoa, that's a snipe. That's super gradable. That is the Lightning full art out of Hidden Trials. Great deal, man. This card, if it grades 10, might be worth a couple hundred. I don't know. You go look it up. But that is a hit, okay? It is. That's a full art. All right, how about this Minecraft? See, that's why you got to play around with these jumbo pack breaks sometimes, guys, because you never... Chicken jockey? Here's Best Buddies and this guy. You guys remember when that Minecraft movie came out and there was a clip of a kid who somehow snuck a chicken into the movie theaters? And he was carrying it around in his arms. I don't remember if he threw it. I don't think he threw it. So that was the Minecraft hobby pack. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy. You can give it to Tammy. Tammy will appreciate it. Here's Ho-Oh. If you don't like the card, I'll trade it with you for something maybe. Here's Lost Abyss. Basically, it's a full art. And full arts are like hits. And then whatever, there's like a market price for it. Here's Rune Rigis, maybe? triplet beat. Okay, no Magikarp. Whatever this guy's called. That was Korean? I didn't know that was Korean. I think this one's Korean too. Oh yeah, this was like a gift from a vendor. It was cold. Here's Night Wanderer. Oh yes, look at this Cresselia, dude. That's fantastic. You're doing good on this box, in my opinion. All right, we got a little Fampy. He's okay. All right, we're on to the English. These are pretty expensive, so let's see what happens with it. All right, you ready? So, Destined Rivals. Anything can happen in here. Little Tyranitar Hollow. I'm a fan. I like this Tyranitar. There it is. Chaos Rising. Matang. All right. Wow. The hit on the other one was the Tyranitar. And now you get a Matang and in perfect order. I like this Haunter right away. Rowlet. Rosa's Encouragement. Look at you, man. Crazy. This round got re-rolled twice, and it was just full of hits. Someone re-rolled this twice. It got down to $100. And I bet you were even tempted. You probably thought about it. You at least considered it. And this whole time, it's just sitting here with all the hits in it, man. All the hits. Ready? Okay, here goes. Rosa, Matang, Cresselia, some stuff. Best Buddies, that's cute. Lightning, that's a hit. Tax Reduction, Pickler, Blathers can be graded. This guy can be graded. Wow, loaded, man, I'm telling you. Tyranitar's good. I don't know if I'd grade that. That might not be worth it. You could probably grade these vintage Powerpuff Girls, but you have to convince someone to buy it. Here's Pot of Duality. I don't know anything about Pot of Duality. All right, overall, I give it an A. You got a really good round. Congratulations. By the way, I just want to remind everyone, he paid $25 and pulled that out of the live customs along with the Marnie. Wow, 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 wow. Pretty wild. I got to remember your hot days, because sometimes you have really cold days and I feel super bad about it. But then I got to remember sometimes you have these crazy good days. Now he's re-rolling the Grimmsnarl because he's a madman. Okay, 100. Goes back in for 125. We don't have enough for 125. I need to borrow a pack, I guess, from this baggie. Okay. I have to remember I did that, so I can give it back later. So we don't have enough booster packs to put a jumbo pack break back in, because we need 6 packs. All right, so there we go. That goes up there. Your re-roll is for 4. So now he gets to roll for 4 more, because this round was that hot that he gets to do that. Pretty interesting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. This is the only problem with the re-rolls, is it takes a long time. Of course, actually, I think part of it was you got a very special item that took a while to open. 3, 4. No! All right, 4 cold ones. Marnie was a keep. Put that back. Sorry, man. You did really good on that jumbo pack break, though. You did good on that, man. Well, after that, he wants a Pikachu Gengar spot. All right, Pikachu Gengar spot. This is up to 3 out of 4. Good luck in there. Happy Friday night, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great night. We have a big giveaway from Mr. Mark. Who wants to go in here? Say, me, 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 me. Who's got the crown? Who's got the crown right now? Can I see it right here? It says right here, BXR still has the crown. Horizon Fan and Cody Hodges tie with him. Who's going to talk first amongst the people who have the crown? How do I get rid of this? Crowns do be rigged. Tammy, come on, Tammy. Tammy, you know that those crowns are never rigged. It's stupid. Tammy! All right, Tammy, how do you propose we hand out spots? Who's going to topple the crown? Never winning a giveaway. Who's never winning a giveaway? I bet you that the people who have the crown, I bet you they figured out a way to get points and they're not telling anyone. Like maybe it's this little, look at the little heart in the corner here. You guys see this heart? There's like a heart thing. You can press the button on it. I bet you they figured out it's like, oh, you got to spam the hearts or some crap like that. Do you have any Wild Thornberry cards? I do not. Tammy's just jealous of us crown people. How you get Cop? It's wigged. I don't see anyone with crowns talking. No one with crowns. Okay, I'm just going to set this here for now. All right, let's see. It's not how it is. Tammy thinks that it's broken, but it actually works perfectly fine. And you just have to have 300 IQ to get the points. That's the trick. Tammy, we're not gaslighting you. We're just trying to help you, Tammy. We're trying to point you in the right direction. Team Rocket Grunt. Whoa, look at this Totodile for 500. Is that right? I'm leaving. No, Tammy! Tammy, don't do that. Tammy, I just like to tease. You know that. All right, let's see. Let's see. We're going to say PSA 10. Let's see. This is 158. And all right, so we have a Totodile 158. Oh, the gold version is $200. Let me check sold real fast. So was the other version that we had gold, or what was the deal with that? Gold version, gold version. Gold. What about silver? All right, there's a silver version. No, I just think the only silver version one for sale is just overpriced. That's what it is. You have to turn the crowns on via settings privacy. Please put Tammy in the giveaway. If the Pikachu Gengar 128 per entry, and there needs to be 36 to run it. That's correct. There needs to be, that's right. There needs to be 36 people in here. It's up to 15. There's 21 spots remaining, which we will probably hit that number. So beware. They'll get really scary near the end. People will start dumping all their money into it, and you'll be like, whoa. They'll fill up very fast near the end. But it's already approaching the halfway point. Totodile, $200 now. Look at this Umbreon. I just turned it on. Leaderboard toggle. Yeah. Team Rocket Grunt says, Tammy, I believe in you. Team Rocket Grunt, he's got the crown. I think that, you know, here's my suspicion. I think the chat system tests how nice you are. And then whoever's the most friendly gets the crown in like 2 seconds. So it just gives them the crown if you say something nice. Here we are. Oops, that says first time on it. All right, like if you say, Tammy, I think your bangs look very nice today, it just gives you a bunch of points. Let's see. Okay. 3 people get crowns. How did you get the crown, TRG? How did that happen? Does anyone know? Look, let's open it up. It says TRG now has 175 points. Oh, maybe it was that super chat. It couldn't be the super chat, could it? How do I close this? Why won't it let me close it? When I open it up, it doesn't let me close it. Very interesting. PSA is claiming the smoochum I got from you is valued at 1,000 because there's only 7 PSA 10 on record. What? Give it back! What smoochum? Wait. I wanna fix this sale. You know, I think I lost money on this sale, and I'm just hoping that the buyers of the item will be honorable enough to come back and pay the extra $1,000 that I think I should have gotten from it. All right, let's see. Did you catch that one? Did you catch that story? Somebody he did like a sale or a trade, a vendor did, and he was upset because he realized later he had mispriced it. He realized this way later. But so he actually puts out a post like, who can find these guys? You know, I undersold it to them, and I'd love for them to come back and pay the full price. And it was like, bro, it's not in your hands anymore. It's no longer yours. That's how it works. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. Some are still in the old point system, getting 25 per chat. And there are some in the new system, getting 5 per chat. So it's all being dumb stupid. I mean, I haven't been chatting installed in the 40s. But everybody knows I'm your bestie. That's why. PSA 10 Reverse Hollow Unseen Forces. Robbie, I want it back, Robbie. I didn't mean to sell it to you, Robbie. I'm just hoping Robbie will do the right thing and sell it back to me. Robbie, you know, that would be the honorable thing to do. I didn't know it was going to go up in price so much when I sold it to you. So I feel like, you know, the right thing to do would be to return it to me at the price you bought it for. What's this? 25th anniversary Shining Magikarp. That was yesterday. What day is it? Memberships. Gifts are useless, I guess. No! I gotta sing a song for him. In the arms of an angel. Every day hundreds of people donate gift memberships on YouTube channels, and they get no crown points. Now you can help. Let's grab this. All right. You can send Fortnite bucks to one starving YouTuber, and for 15 V-Bucks, they too can, what do you do on the internet? Have cloud or something? They too can have cloud. All right, so Shining Magikarp, 25th. In the arms of an angel. I can't remember if my mom liked that song or hated that song. I don't remember. She thought one of those, I think she thought one of those Jesus songs was like sacrilegious or something. She's like, we're not going to listen to that. Sacrilege. Okay. Ooh. So we're going to offer this one for $331, which means it's going to be $330. I don't like the way I wrote that. And actually, you know what? I don't like the price I put on this Umbreon yet. I like this card a lot. I think I don't have a lot of these to sell. I think he's a rare one. And so I am going to change this one slightly. I'm going to make more money on him because I'm greedy. So he's going to be $465. So $465, $330. Those are ready for slab away. In the arms of a Tammy. All right, we're done with Team Rocket Grunt. Next up, we've got Team Rocket Grunt. Live customs are hot. Let me get 3. Wow. He placed that order directly after that same order. So he was all about those live customs already. Why aren't we opening up V-Friends? I know, I don't have the V-Friends. Oh my God. I need the Curious Cat with the rare diagonal purple stripes. Oh my God, it's super rare because it says that it is rare. It is. I think I can dog on his cards a little bit. You know why? Because he actually Gary V reached out to me directly and asked me to sell his cards. And he sounded like he was going to hook me up with cards. And then he never did. And then I was like, oh, okay. So I got blown off. I got blown off right by Gary V. I guarantee you he watched my channel and said, yeah, let's not associate with this channel. I probably said some dirty thing and he's probably like, all right, well. Mega Howlucha Pristine for Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. Ready? Is the top split still going? It probably is. I'm taking care of Mr. Team Rocket Grunt first here. He's trying to take all the slabs. Let's see. I think you've pulled this Howlucha before. Somebody asked. Here he is. He's at just $100. He's not very expensive. And keep in mind, he is pristine. That is the much, much, much harder to get pristine grade by tag. So what would you like to do here? In the arms. All right, I gotta stop. Mr. Team Rocket Grunt, you pulled one Howlucha. You're up by 25. You can re-roll for 75, or you can keep it. Is he here? I think he's here. Booba-dooby-doo, dooby-dooby-doo, dooby-dooby-doo. Let's see. Let's see. I'm checking up the other cues, see what other things we got going on. The sounds of slabs. The sounds of slabs. Did he step away? Did he just step away? Maybe he's doing some research on it. You too can donate by tapping the corner of your screen. In the arms of a Tammy. I don't think he's here. So I'm going to go ahead. Got to be here to re-roll your stuff. Put that there, I guess. All right. Boink. Oh, there he goes. He says re-roll. All right. Re-roll it. Okay. That was the worst re-roll of his life. Obviously, this is a $200 card. Could have been an instant win. Maybe 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is that right? Yeah, okay. Put this back in. Put this back over here. This goes to the back of the box. A lot of stuff in this box. 75. Okay, that's your reroll. So you get 3 pieces. Good luck. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Cold. Cold. Oh my god, that is a cold round. I'm sorry. Team Rocket Grunt, that time he did not re-roll into the snipe. My bad, dude. All right. What do you personally think of Delta Species? You want to know what I personally think? For 3 simple payments of $49.99, I will give you my opinion on Delta Species. I think it's pretty good. Let's see. Dennis Chenavong, he says, use my nickname, Rip and Flip. Okay. Let's see. 5 Lorcana AOTV packs. I have a bag under so-and-so. All right. So I can do that, but you got to tell me every single time, and then over a long period of time, I will probably remember that. So Rip and Flip, 5 Lorcanas. Let's go get those Lorcanas. You ready? 1. What's up with everybody wanting nicknames these days? 2, 3. 4 and 5. There we are. Well, the first thing I do is I read up the person's name out because that's at the very top, and the message is under the name. So it's just how it is. All right, you ready? Mr. Bro Chacho. 1, 2, 3. We'll edit this part of the stream. 2, 3, and 4, 5. There are some tricks to tell me that kind of stuff ahead of time. Maybe like, oh, I sent you an email, or oh, I sent you a Discord message. So I apologize. All right, there we go. It's fake. That's right, it's fake. Ready? Here goes. The Bear. Sully. Besties Assemble. Omnidroid. Wow, I haven't seen this for a while. Buzz Lightyear. Okay, so what are we looking for in here? Here's a triangle. Here's a triangle. Ooh, we got a holographic Tigger. Boy, that sure sounds like a different word. Let's try this one. Let's see. Gaston. There we go. All right. Gaston's such a man slut, dude. Here's It's Gonna Be Great. All right. Some more Tigger. Here's Donald Duck. Hey, that was Darkwing Duck, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Darkwing Duck. So cool. Here's Maximus. All right. You got Maximus. Oh, yeah. And what's in this one? Tyler, Stitch, Scout Ahead. Okay. We've got Randall Boggs. Ooh, I like this. So check this out, guys. If you didn't catch this, they're doing these new like etched card. Well, not etched, embossed. So that's like an embossing, but it's instead of like a gold embossing, it's like a plastic embossing. And notice that's like a pentagon. What's the name of that? Hexagon. I don't know. I don't remember the name of that. Might be pentagon. The Horned King. That's the oh man, I don't remember the name of this. I didn't get to watch this as a kid, but he was like a bad guy, and he was like calling the dead from the he was awakening the dead with the cauldron or something like that. He was a bad guy. This the Black Cauldron. Was it called the Black Cauldron? I don't remember. I got to see the beginning of some scary Disney movie, and then we didn't watch it any further than that. Let's see. So we got some of these. We got some of these. Darkwing Duck. Pentagon. Raised texture. Embossed. It's basically an embossing. All right, there we have it for Dennis Chandavong. Thank you, Dennis. Dennis, I want to mention something. We bought some Attack on Vine. No one's been pulling the hits out of it. It's pretty much untouched. So we got plenty of that. All right, let's go grab your bag. Now, you've already got a bag, and you shall hereby be known by a nickname. Let's go grab it from over here. Ha. Okay. Good. Okay, I'll throw this baggie away. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. There we go. Now, again, I got to warn you, it's going to take me a little while to adjust doing a nickname, okay? We don't normally do that. Fine Pod, Horn King. It's going to be great. Toss all these over here. So you had this lovely guy. You had Matang. Wow, that's nice. Diglett, Doug Trio, Dark Persian, Machop, Magnemite, Sabrina's Venomoth. Oh, yeah. I like it. Okay, cool. There you go. Tossing this in here. Okay. We're going to go by your business name. I heard that the whole bricks and mortars thing is coming to an end. Did you guys hear about that? That they're settling with the family, but maybe they're still going after the YouTuber, whatever his name was. Here we are. What was his name again? Reckless Ben. They're still going after Ben. There we go. All right. So that goes into our iBox. Bricks and minifigs. There we go. Tossing that over there. Now, what do we got next? Booba-dooby-doo, dooby-dooby-doo. Here's Mark Potts. He wants for the Topps pack split. Mr. Mark, welcome back. It's nice to see you. Mark Potts. Okay. Let's grab that Topps pack real fast. You guys know about the Topps pack? Who here doesn't know about it? It's a pretty good thing. It's rainbow Topps. It's in pretty good condition. Oh, yeah, Harry Potter, by the way. So we got this Harry Potter. So Harry Potter 32, 1 and 2. That's a gym break. And this is base set Harry Potter. This is the oldest Harry Potter you can open. It's, it's probably going to do well over time because Harry Potter's not dead. That brand is alive and kicking. They're making stuff out of it. Okay, so there's a lot of Harry Potter heads out there. They like to collect that stuff. Apparently, the Harry Potter stuff has been jumping a lot recently. So this is 28, 1 and 8, right? Or 8 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're up to 6. There's only 2 spots left on the Rainbow Topps pack split. Didn't they settle? Yeah, apparently they did. Wonder how much money they got out of it. Do you think they got a lot of money? Man, that must be nice. Imagine you get ripped off by a company, and then it becomes a big hit on the internet, and as a result, you're going to get paid out by this company. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what we got. What do you think of the Elf QR packs Chinese cards? What? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. The elves? Like with pointy ears? Any Luffies I can slap away? Oh, yeah, I got all the Luffies. Here's Alex Garcia, 3 OP14 plus. Any non-hollow leaders pulled a pre-grade on signature Edward Elric, please, and thank you, mister. 3 OP14s. It appears I have 1 OP14. The Azure C7. I'm going to go looking for a fresh box. I'll be back. A fresh box. Oh, yes. Please, bro. Same here, bro. It's been rough, but slowly floating by. Who's floating? You'll float too. We should have like a gym breaks day. I'm trying to decide, like, how do we have like events, you know? Obviously, I think it's a good idea to have ladies' night on Tuesday. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed that. What else can we do? Okay, here's OP14. Tossing that in there. Well, a whole bunch of those, huh? All right. So fresh OP14 box there, guys. Go crazy if you wish. Let's see. We haven't pulled a manga in a while. We need to pull a manga, man. This is the description of them 30-bag Pokemon anime game elf cards. 1, 2, 3 generations, luxury pet card collection, exchange gift box card, toys, hobby gift. What are you talking about? They're using every word in the dictionary. Boop. Ooh, Gecko Moria. Oh. Here's Crocodile. Ooh. See it in a wild crocodile. He turns into sand. See, I know things about One Piece. Oh, Golden Dawn. Very nice. Good round, Mr. Alex. You're just getting lucky, and then you're getting luckier. I don't know if I can allow it. There's a ladies' night on Tuesdays. That's right. So we do ladies' night on Tuesday. It includes a giveaway that is only for girls. I'm a real girl. And then also, guys can buy you stuff. That is the other thing. And that went pretty smoothly last Tuesday. Now, ready? All right. It's to encourage girls to hang out with us stinky, sweaty men. Men only want one thing, and it's disgusting. Let's see. What is this? There you go. All right. He came out with it. Men want one thing, and it's disgusting. Pokemon cards. There it goes. I'm not a towel. You're a towel. All right. So, Elric. Edward Elric. Ready for the pre-grade? I give it a 10 plus. Flip it around. Top to bottom centering's not as good as you'd want it to be. But how will they grade that? You know, these have different centering from other sets, you know. Corners and edges are pretty smooth. Surface is good. So it's pretty close. The only thing I'd be concerned about is the back. Yeah, so on the back, what I'm seeing are two issues, actually. So there is a slide off centering, but there's also a problem on this corner here. It will just show up. Won't it show up? It's right here. Weird, you must have to tilt it a certain way for it to show up, which is good for you. There it is. Do you see it now? All right, there you go. Isn't that weird? So there it is. You know, I wouldn't bet on it grading pristine anyways. All right. The centering is only slight, so it's only a slight issue, and you can only see that bit down there when it's tilted just right. So I would rate this one. Well, don't send it to BGS. You can only see it if you tilt it. And the centering's only a tad off. It's not like severe. Do I give it 9.5 plus or do I give it 10 minus? That's the question. I'm leaning toward 10 minus. So I'm giving this a 10 minus. It's a week 10. There you have it. PSA might let that one slip. That's what I'm thinking too. PSA is pretty tough though. Keep that in mind, okay? So I wouldn't describe it as a strong 10, but I would still give it in the 10 range. All right, and there you have it. Now you know it's not a black label, which is really useful with the pre-grades. Because if a card is genuinely going to get a chance at it, like a black label or let's say a pristine, you might want to try BGS first. And if BGS turns it into 9.5, you can still send it to PSA, but BGS is tough, man. They're just mean, dude. My ex was an LA 9. I deserve an LA 10. What if I spent all my money on LA 10s? Would you guys still respect me? Let's see. We're hitting refresh on the website. No website orders. It looks like the queue's open, actually. So we're ready for new orders. And let's see. What can we do in the meantime? Talk a little bit about these. This is the last time you'll see these. Crimson Invasion. No one has pulled the reverse holo Pikachu. Who's going to pull it? Reverse holo Pikachu. Oh, yeah, I just ordered 28 slabs back to come back from my vault. And those will come in probably in like a week, maybe 2. And we'll have those up here on the table as well. We're going to have those running. Here's a box break you probably haven't thought about jumping into. This G.I. Joe box break now has 3 out of 8 people in it. There are 5 spots left. It is a vintage box from WotC. Just a cool little thing. We need to make a jumbo pack for the live customs. And then also, I talked about hosting a box break. This is Brown Dust 2, and it's a Friday night. And so I'm going to offer a special box break. Let's say this one is, how about a $15 buy-in, 1 and 2. So dead cheap. So you can jump in here. I just want to open some sexy girl cards. That's all. $30 for the whole box. That's nothing. It's basically like a giveaway. But it's $15, 1 and 2. Test out. And I'm only going to let 2 people do it. So send in now. But once you've sent in, tell people you've sent in so we don't get more than 2, okay? Because we don't want 5 people trying for that. All right, so that's a $15 girl box. She's got a big booty. And I want to see what cards are in there and show them off. I'm going to head over here to PayPal real fast, see how PayPal's doing. Boop. Load, 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 load. How is PayPal doing? Ooh, PayPal's doing all right today. We've had a busy day today, guys. It's been a busy day. This is the second stream of the day. Here's the marked giveaway. Who's got the crown now? Anybody got the crown? Also, how's our likes looking? Let's see what the likes are looking like. We got 24 likes, 57 watchers. Nice. Not bad. That's not bad. Okay, some breaks maybe you haven't thought about jumping into. You can trade your junk out of your bag or anything you don't like to get into this Charmander. You only need to trade $5 to get in there. He's a nice PSA 9 yellow deck Charmander, so make me a trade. Here are the Lego cards. You know what? I feel like I haven't seen Musabot in a stream or 2. Here is the Lego badges, Kanto badges, $25, 1 and 9. So I think we just have the 1 person in it. Let's see, sent for Brown Dust break. All right, we got the first person. We need 1 more person in the Brown Dust break. It's only $15 for the, for the gym challenge. And so somebody's pulling the whole box for $15. It's going to be pretty funny. We also have a gym break over here for Call the Jedi. This is Yoga. He's the last gym break remaining. We used to have 5 up here. He's the last one. And then the Rare Candy sub list is up to 3 out of 4. So if you want the Pikachu sub list to go off yet again, just send it for 1 spot, $33. And let's see. What we got over here? We got the Pikachu Lightning Break. Oh, yeah. And what else? Here's Shining Tyranitar and Shanks. Very cool. Look at that, guys. All right. It's Saturday, and I'm just checking the plants. Lights don't turn on until 8. Plants? I want some plants. All right. Let's see. I'm a gardener. We got 1 person in for the Brown Dust. We need 1 more person. $15 for a gym break for the whole box. So you might pull this box for $15. Just a special Friday night thing. We're not hosting this any other time. Just a special Friday night thing. Let's take a look at the Tyranitar sub list. So here's the Tyranitar sub list again. It's already 3 spots full. 7 spots remain. There's a lot of things pulling your money in many different directions. But, despite all the modern cards that are coming out, and you're probably like, oh, I got to get those modern cards. You got to take a shot at this Shining Tyranitar from Neo Destiny, because this is genuine vintage, and they're going to print 1 million of whatever they're putting out, Delta Rain. They're going to print 1 million of those 30th anniversaries. That's the truth. They will. They'll print 1 million of them. Only a couple of these. So this will always be respected and desirable. I don't know about all that other stuff. Like, what happens when people get a little bored with Pokemon for a while? What happens to all that stuff? I'll jump in Dust Brown. So we got Matthew, and I think Greek Lady's jumping in as well. So, Mr. Matthew, you're the first one in. And Greek Lady just claimed the other half. Mr. Have you opened the 2025 Jurassic Park TCG packs before? I wonder if they'll come in English soon. I heard about them, but I don't think I ever ordered them. So I don't think I ever ordered them. You guys looking for something weird to open tonight? Have you considered opening up the Vintage Power Rangers? We got a restock on these. This is Series 2. And this appears to be a different version of the Series 2, so the artworks are the same. However, you can pull like these gold foil stamped cards. So they're actually somehow nicer than the last round we had. So try these out. They're pretty cheap. Let's say you pull a holographic gold stamped card and it happens to grade 10. How fast is that going to flip into like $100 sale when it comes to slabs? So this is good stuff. I could open it for myself and grade it all, but I'm going to let you guys do that because we need weird stuff up on the menu. I'll probably water some clones and check to see if any transplants look wilty. Wilty? That's like an insult. If a girl's talking to you and you want to beat her up, call her wilty. Oh, you're looking a little wilty today. You feeling wilty? Matthew. All right, we're waiting for that second round to come in. Okay. I have a gold stamp Yellow Ranger Pop 1. Nice, dude. Nice, dude. We got to make that jumbo pack break for the BGS. No, I'm sorry, not the BGS. For the live customs. Live customs are loaded. So are the Poke Shuffles. So are the other shuffles. So are the PokeBruhs. Have you guys thought about the PokeBruhs before? Here they are. These are PokeBruhs, and they can contain ungraded cards. Some of the packs are real hot. Some of them aren't so hot, but there are some real hot ones in there. You want to give that a try. Let's see. Here's a weird item for sale tonight that you maybe didn't think of. Somebody can open up this, Somebody can open up this Gray Ninja box for $240. You get all the promos. So the promos go to you, and you get the 5 booster packs. Greninja EX. So if you're looking just for some strange fun that we don't normally host, there we are. I'm reducing those holdings because we are saving up to move. That's the reason why. All right, let's see. I'm going to hit refresh. All right. What time is it? 3:42. I'll go ahead and put up some fresh slabs up on the table, guys. I'm going to rotate these slabs in because we need to get these prices updated. So we got Scar. He might be more expensive now. War Turtle. We've got Waluigi. This is probably definitely more expensive. And then Patrick Fishnest. That one's already up on eBay, it says. So we might have repriced that one recently. Let's see. Let's take a look at that Scar real fast. I don't think these guys have changed. Mister, you are moving again? Probably moving again. I'm a drifter. I drift from town to town. We're going to say Scar, Tops, Disney, 100. All right, let's see what we get, guys. Let's check sold, okay? Checking sold is a good way to do this. Oh, yeah. Check this out. So, oh, well, you know, actually, I think that one says refractor. I was going to say this is $223, but I think it says refractor. Is there a standard one? What is this? So this is just base, right? Do they have a base one? Diamond. Let's see. Oh, man, there's a lot of varieties on them. Well, I don't know if a base one has sold, so let me go over here and see if I can find base. Can I sort this by cheapest? And let's filter by buy it now, maybe? Boop. That's so weird. When you sort these, they, like, get harder to find. I don't know why that happens. It, like, gets rid of them. Well, I'm having trouble pricing them. There isn't one of these for sale. I can't find one for sale. Well, why don't we do this? Let's try Disney 100 Tops, and we'll type in base. Like all that base. Let's see. I sent in 15 for the Dusty. Nice. All right. Are these still by most? Wow, man, the Mickey Mouse is crazy expensive. All right, so some of these are really expensive. I don't know if the Scar is expensive. I'm going to go ahead, since I can't find one, I'm going to go ahead and reprice them to $200 based off of what I was seeing there. Probably not going to help him sell, but he's going to need to get listed up on eBay. That's what's going to end up happening with him. Or, I don't know, maybe like a break or something. All right, let's check out that $15 real fast. We haven't sold one of these booty butt packs in a while, and I wanted to see some get opened. Aha, here we are, Jody Peterson. So, Mr. Jody, I think that, I don't think I have a card for you. Actually, I don't know if I have a card for Mr. Matthew either, do I? Do you guys both need a first-time card? Matthew and Jody. Let's go looking them up. It's been a while since I purchased. Let's see. Yeah, but there's some serious booty butt cards in here. You got to give them a try. Nathan, Elijah, Antonio, Ivan, Carlos, Joseph, Andy, Jose. All right, I don't think either of you guys are in here. So 2 new cards it is. All right, Mrs. Are you a Miss Jody? Hello, Jody. We're going to say 1, 2. Okay. New bag. Okay. There we go. Good. We got a little gym break going off here, guys. You guys like gym breaks? All right. Good luck, you two. Only one person walks away with the box. The other person will take, they'll get a simple Pokemon pull. Okay, good luck. Here goes. So I got that SpongeBob SquarePants card that nobody ever bought, and I'm feeling like that's probably gone up in price now. Those SpongeBob cards have been going up. I was about to just buy both the spots. Now, you can't do that on this one. Normally, you can do that, but for this box, it's so cheap, it's like a gift to get in there because it's really cheap. All right, here goes. I happen to have a lot of it. 1 and 2. First round, Jody. All right, Jody. Second round, Tapu Lele. Energy. Oh, my God. Jody got it so fast. I'm so sorry, Matthew. Nice try, Matthew. Jody just snapped it up like a snapping turtle. All right, Matthew. So you've got a card now with a -1. That's what a gym break feels like, by the way. Okay. Gym breaks are 2-person breaks that are decided by a brief Pokemon card duel. And it's an auto duel. And so this goes to you, Matthew. That's your card. Congratulations. That's what you pulled. Each person pulls a thing. And now Miss Jody pulls all this. Jody. Be still, my heart. I feel like it's been months since you placed an order. Okay. All right. Oh, yes. You know who I haven't seen in a while, guys? Miss Alexandra. I wonder what she's up to. All right. Let's start sneaping. It's been over 2 years? I recognized your name right away. We are. We're still chugging along, Miss Jody. Snipping this. It's Friday night, guys. I hope you guys are feeling good. We got an Overframe Yu-Gi-Oh card giveaway. And we also just hosted this really ridiculously cheap gym break. So you just got a whole box for 15 bucks. How do you like that? We got some very exciting breaks on the channel, like the Topps Rainbow break, the sublist for the Pikachu, and the sublist for the Mega Tyranitar. Those are some really exciting things right now. You ready? Here goes. We got Booby's Girl. Booby's Girl. This is Brown Dust. I can think of 2 big reasons why this is so popular. Here's Oliver. Okay. It's Saturday morning, almost 11 a.m. Saturday morning. Holy. All right. All right. All right. We got the Bunny Girl. She's got like an arrow. She's laying in her bed. I don't understand. Here's, see, this one's like a rainbow rare. Don't understand. Must be a little more rare. And here's a full art. This is Mermaid Girl. Now, these are on the menu. This is called Brown Dust 2. If you're just wanting to buy some of these. Let's see. I'll find it for you on the menu real fast. So on the menu, this is, let's head over to details. Let's see. Brown Dust 2, $2.50 per pack. Brown Dust is $2.50 per pack. So you can have a couple packs of these if you want. They don't cost a lot. Can't go wrong with that price. It's a very cheap price on these. Tempted to lower it, actually. I know I'm getting rid of a lot of things before I move. So we just want to clean up. There we are. Okay, there's the Bunny Girl. Didn't they like reprint Destined Rivals too? I'm thinking about repricing the Destined Rivals. Okay, here's the boobs. Here's this lady. Here's Hat Girl. Boop-a-doopy-doo, doopy-doo, doo-doo-doo. Baby girl. All right, you're gonna get a double sig in here. Look at this. This lady, she's showing off like her butt. And ta-da! All right, there you go. So you get Oliver's signature out of this box. Nice. Okay, cool, man. Tossing this away. What do you guys think of that scar? Those Topps Disney 100 cards are apparently doing very well. Disney cards in general are doing very well. We had somebody opening up Lorcana today, and we're going to be keeping Lorcana on the menu from here on out. By the way, we should be getting some new Dragon Ball, which I haven't ordered in so long. I've not kept up with Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is one of those sets that kind of makes me a little bit nervous because in the past it's done poorly for us, but we'll see how it goes now. Troy topping off. I'm heading into work. I'll hollow at you on DM. Nice. There we go. Miss Jody. Be sure to show up on Tuesday, okay? Daytime and nighttime streams are going to be ladies' night from here on out. And we'll do that just because we want to have all the ladies in our group. 8.26. All right. So, let's see. J.O. You got a unique combination on your name. There's the Josh box, there's the John box, and then the Jord box. I think you would go into the, I guess you would go, there's a JX box you could go into, but I think you're probably supposed to go into the Joe box. All right, into the Joe box you go. So if I ever ask where your bag is, it's in the Joe box, okay? Joe for Jody. Okay, very nice. Mister, what's the queue looking like? Not a very bad wait at all. I was going pretty fast in the beginning of the stream to make sure that we didn't get backed up. And so now the wait time's nice and short. Here's Alex Garcia, 4 of the OP14s. All right, OP14s, here they come. Here we are. Also, let me grab this thing over here. I'm going to get rid of this. All right, so I got this thing that's been sitting here this whole time. I'm going to snip these packs out of here. Ow. How you guys think Ascended Heroes will do over time? You think it'll be a crazy good set? Boop. Tossing this. Boop. What kind of cards do you like, Jody? Do you have like a favorite cards? Some people, a lot of people here probably prefer Pokemon, and the other big one is probably One Piece. We sell a lot of Pokemon. We sell a lot of One Piece. I guess recently we've been selling a lot of Magic, too. Magic's done pretty good. I want to hear everyone's favorite cards. So that's OP14. Da-da-da. All right. Snipping this. Snipping these. I can't believe Tammy abandoned us. There we are. Putting that over there. Pokemon, you like Pokemon? All right, that's good. Pokemon. Okay. Ooh, we got Foxy Cleopatra. Magic the Gathering, Final Fantasy, General Final Fantasy are great. One Piece is a winner, and of course, Pokemon. Ooh, Gecko Moria. He's looking like a bad guy. Okay, nice. Yeah, Final Fantasy, we've always had it, even when it wasn't very popular or well-known. And I tell you what, I've sold a ton of Final Fantasy over time. Even if it's not one of those sets with like the highest demand, there's a pretty dedicated group buying it. Alex Garcia. You guys got to see a Final Fantasy hit tonight. That lightning card was pretty good. Putting this over here. Let's grab this bag. Let's get some trades done on that trade Charmander break. I'd love to see that guy moving. We are. All right. Can you add the non-hollow leader? Give me a minute. I'll figure that out. I think it's like a card like this, huh? This right here, is it this? Dracule? No problem, man. You just tell me what you want. I'll get it for you. There we go. Just leaving this up. Good. One of the things I'm trying to do on the channel is have more like event days, Because one of the things I've sort of realized is we just host the same stream every single day. And even I kind of get a feeling like it's just, you know, a little monotonous. So I'd love it if there was like a theme or like an objective that we generally went after. Thank you, Mr. Alex. All right, what we got? I'm gonna hit refresh. Mister, you do not have Chime, and I don't have my Cash App anymore. So I went to go to your website, but Hokey Shuffles are not there. Pokey Shuffles? Let me look it up. Okay, give me a second. I'll figure it out. Let's try it out. So, Pokey Shuffles. How would I find it if I was you? I'd go to Custom Boosters, which is in Live Menu. And then Custom Boosters gives you a choose option. And if you choose the option Pokey Shuffle, you can get the Pokey Shuffle. So let me show that to you. Here we are on the website. And under Live Menu, here is Custom Boosters. We'll just click on that. It takes us here. And then from this drop-down menu, choose Pokey Shuffle. There you are. And then just add as many as you wish to your cart. Ta-da! All right, 25 PokeBruhs. How does that work? The PokeBruhs, those are $25 each. And I think we manually added them actually to the menu. So they're not in the custom boosters. Very fun series. I never played Kingdom Hearts. I just learned there's a Disney Kingdom Hearts TCG. I wonder if there's any good. Green something. I like the loot cards for fun and poker cards for best investment potential. I watch your stream every night. I should know. Yeah? All right, let me grab this. Well, I really appreciate that, Miss Greek Lady. Let's see. What's going on now? We're going to hit refresh over here. And what's going on around our desk? What can we clean up? Did you guys know that there were these new the Hobbit packs that came out the other day? Except they're extremely expensive. They cost like $5 bazillion. Would you guys like a break on a round of Magic? How would it work? So how many packs? There's 15 cards in a pack, right? Okay. 15 cards in a pack, everybody. So I think I know how it'll work. So these came out and they're just way unaffordable. And what we can do is offer to do a split with everybody where it's like one of these regular splits, right? It's one of these, you know, like the vintage packs and all that. But we'll do it with this modern Hobbit pack so that you guys have a chance to just take a shot at the best card in here. Same exact idea. Okay. We'll call it MTG split. Now, this is, again, just to help people who like Magic the Gathering, but they don't want to drop $100 on a Hobbit pack because it's like, damn, what the hell? And I want to see what's in these because, you know, if there's a chance for something really special in there, I'd love to see that. But we're always hosting Pokemon splits, and we don't often host a Magic split. It's pretty rare, actually. Okay, ready? There's 15 cards in there. Now, I'm not going to do 15 out of 15. That's too much. So let's make it, we can either divide it by 3 or divide it by 5. I say we divide it by 5. Okay, so everyone gets 3 cards, and we divide by 5. It almost comes out to $19 per spot. It's like 19.2. We'll make it 19.5. Okay, so it's going to be 19.5. So it's $19.50 to get in there. And you'll end up with 3 cards. And it's going to be 5 over 5. In other words, everybody gets something out of the pack. That's why it says 5 over 5. It means everyone gets something. There are a total of 5 spots to buy into. And as you can see, it says 15 cards. So if you divide 15 by 5, it's 3 cards each. So for $19.50, you can get 3 cards out of here and hope to be the one that pulls a big hit. Okay, so a little Magic split. Oh, yeah. 100 for a single pack. It's like 96. It's pretty pricey, actually. Dang, my internet went wonky. No, 25 PokeBruhs. Will you explain again, please? These are the PokeBruhs. We pull them like the live customs. We pull them like the Poke Shuffles, where we do a little random shuffle, right? But let's grab one at random. All right, so here's one at random. Let's see what's inside. Oops. So you would get this for $25. Oh, some poker cards. Ooh, a lot of poker cards. Oh, Nido Queen. Oh, snap. That's expensive. Okay, so that one was grabbed at random. That's a $25 pack. That Yugioh card that you saw there, that was pricey. So is the Nido Queen. The Nido Queen's not exactly cheap. All right, so they're not all like that, though. Some are worse. Some are better. Just depends on what you get. It's just pure luck. And I just kind of shoved these together. Here we got Bond Suite. These are yellow bordered cards. They're from 2021, it looks like. So these are just like filler, right? But they're not valueless. Like if you let these get older and older, they probably eventually start to go up in value, just like all bulk seems to do. Melton, some EXs, Ghastly, some more poker cards, and a Buzz Lightyear bonus card. So this one's more like, it's not really a hot pack. It's not a super cold one either, but it's not a hot pack. So, you know, it's a lot of variety in there. A lot of, some are feeling a lot hotter. Some are feeling a little bit colder. Let's try this. How about this one? What does this one look like? Wait, is this the one we just, no, this is a different one. All right. So we got, oh, look at that. Whalmer. So even the card turn around is a card. Girder, Tanglet, Okidogi, Leiron, Tatsugiri, Jigglypuff. Ah, that's from the Crimson. We were just looking at these. Regigigas, Tyranitar, War Turtle, Ferrothorn, and 3 Halo cards. Now, I'm tossing in those Halo cards, right, because I got a ton of non-Pokemon cards like that. But eventually, I plan on actually making something just like this. We call these PokeBruhs, right? We're going to make a very similar booster pack, and it's going to be called Other Bruhs. And it'll contain, you know, like the Halo cards. So that's the plan. Now, so the junk packs contain what? Junk. And the Other Bruhs will contain hits that otherwise were too expensive to go into the junk packs. And then this box will contain Pokemons. And so we just got a lot of that. It's just random. Give it a try if you want to lose $25. Don't assume you're going to be happy with the pack. Just play around with it, see if you like it, okay? I'll take that one. I understand, right? I like poker cards. Yes. It could be a way for me to put poker cards on the table again. We used to have a box that was dedicated to only poker cards. But I ended that one day. And so now I might use that to put a poker card or two up on the table. All right, so let's take a look at the queue real fast. Let's see what's going on over here. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great Friday. It's 4 a.m. in the morning for me. I know it's getting later for you guys. So Zach sent in an order for a PokeBruh 2 minutes ago. That means you're probably not the oldest order. Let's see. I'm going to hit refresh over here. Well, you might be the oldest order. We have Mark Potts. He sent in for the Hobbit split. Nice. So there it is. Brand new split. You guys know we got a couple splits going on. We got this Gym Break Harry Potter. We got this pack split on tops. 2 spots left on this, by the way. 2 spots. That one's almost done. Could pull Rainbow Charizard out of there. That is not a small deal. So you can pull Rainbow Pikachu out of there. Now, he's going to jump over here into the Hobbit split, though. So Mark Potts. You got Potts in the last name. You got to get in the Harry Potter, man. Maybe we'll break the Harry Potter into a 3-way. That doesn't sound right. Okay, we got 1 person in here, and we'll see if we can get 4 more people. So we need 4 more people, and that goes off. I'm not going to write on the pack because we're going to keep using it when it does go off. Okay, so there's 1 person in there so far. Kind of like what we do. We don't write on these. This Harry Potter hasn't really expressed too much excitement so far, huh? So why don't we make it a little bit different? It says there's 11 random cards in here. Let's make Harry Potter into a true split. Let's do it. Harry Potter is now going to be very cheap to buy into. In fact, it's going to be $6 to buy into. So you can get 1 card from the Harry Potter pack for $6. We have an 11 out of 11 split now. There it is. It's a true pack split. Everybody gets a card. What are you hoping to pull out of here? You're hoping to pull holographic cards. And I got to say, some of these Harry Potter cards sell for crazy amounts of money. You guys probably don't know that. Now, I know that. That was part of my research before buying it. Harry Potter, let's see, 2001 maybe. Oops, I typed in 2901. In 2901, I will be very dead. I will be dust and bones. All right, let's check sold. All right, and we'll sort it by ended recently. Are those KU cards? I can't tell, actually. Let's see. This is tricky. Let's do this. Let's get rid of this and type in. No, so check this out. So look at some of these. So these are from the TCG that we're opening right now, right? It's the same idea. Look at that. So there's that, and it says it one bid $2.99, but it said it was marked down. So I don't really know what that means. This is KU, isn't it? Oh, that's Kakao. So weird. So that didn't used to exist in the past. There's all these Kakao cards now. Okay, here's some more of those. Ah, here we are. So this is like what you would pull out of what we have on the table here. Check this out. So this is a simple holographic card. It's not even of a character. It's just Gryffindor Common Room. That's it. And that went for $500. That's a lot of money for a unexciting card. Here's 3 cards put together, it looks like. Drake, oh, there's 9. The most important one is this hollow one here on the left, and that got a 9. So that got marked down from $8.50. I don't know what he truly sold it for. I usually assume it went for like at least 15% cheaper because, you know, when a buyer actually agrees to an offer, it's usually around 15%, right? Ooh, this looks like it was... Oh, that's so cool. They just showed the back of the card and it sold. That's so wild. Tons of these Kakao cards, man. You can't escape them. I should filter it by... I should try filtering it by like some kind of filter that gets rid of all the modern ones. Well, you know, it's funny, all these other, you know, from these other sets, it shows you how much demand there is for a Harry Potter, by the way. There's tons of this. And, you know, the lack of cards, what's this? Okay, look, this is like from the card set, right? Blue Bell Flames, what am I saying? $250 for, that's a common, that's not even holographic. Actually, it's an uncommon. I can see it there. There's a diamond. Uncommon, non-holographic. I think that might be Hermione, though. And so this what, goes for $250 and it's a common? That's crazy. So, but we got to find out how to filter this so you can actually see the ones that we want to see. All right, I'll hop out of there for now. Pretty interesting. Maybe if maybe I'll open them. I don't know. Maybe I should grade them. Damn PayPal, be right back. Harry Potter cards going to the moon after Christmas. That's what I'm thinking. That's what we're all about over here. We're about predicting that kind of stuff and getting on top of it quickly. So, you know, in Pokemon, it's hard to get a deal in Pokemon. Everyone knows about Pokemon. Pokemon's way overpriced. It's just crazy with Pokemon. But sometimes there's stuff happening in the non-Pokemon world where you can find like a good deal because people aren't talking about it. They're not on the trend fast enough. They're not on the ball fast enough. You know, they're not passionate enough about it to keep up with it. So we've done that a little bit with the Harry Potters here, and that's why we got them. That's base set Harry Potter. That's what it is. Kind of like base set Pokemon, right? All right, Zachary's standing. It's your turn. He wants 1 PokeBruh. Let's go get it. All right, good luck, man. Hope you get a good one. You're just going to get 1 at random. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the back, and 4. So that's yours, whatever it is. What do we got? Take this out real gentle. They're all sleeved. Seal, Unpheasant, Obama Snow, Darmanitan, Vileplume Hollow, Ditto Hollow. That's from 151. Those are nice. Morpeko. Ooh, Superior. That's nice. Magnemite base set, Dragonair, Victini, and some spare cards. So you get some spare Mario cards. All right, that's your pack. Congratulations. Where am I keeping these? I don't know where I'm keeping these at. I used to have a bag for them. Oh, here it is. Yes. All right. By the way, that Superior you pulled, it's almost like, it's like a 90% chance out of 10. I know it is, because I grade those. And sometimes I just put them in there and hope you go get a 10 on it. Go try grading it. Yep. There we go. We'll grab this box, put it up here. That's for you, Mr. Zach. Let's grab your bag. I'll keep filling those up every time we run out of them. We do have a restock on the junk packs. If you guys are junk pack lovers, junk packs tend to have a lot of chaotic, weird stuff in them. Usually nothing really expensive, but you never know. Sometimes I accidentally put sport cards in here worth $35 like an idiot. So those are for, those are for sale. They're fatter than ever, meaning I've stuffed them with more cards than ever. $3.50 junk packs. So those are super popular. Over the last couple of days, we sold like, I want to say we sold about 60 of those over the last couple of days, the junk packs. I had to restock them twice. All right, what do we got? We got Mr. Zach, 3 of the Chinese 151 surprise. Ni hao, shishi. Let's see. Well, Zach, I'm going to have to get a fresh box of the 151s, if you'll excuse me. We sell a lot of 151s. You guys love 151s. That's for sure. Oops. I'm going to get 2 boxes of these. All right. Here's 2 boxes. Very good. Check it out, everybody. He ordered 2 whole boxes of 151 surprise. Really? Wow, let me get them open for you, Mr. Zach. So crazy that you would go so deep. 2 whole boxes? Whoa. I love the junk pack variety. I'm going to keep that in mind, because if it's all about variety, I need to keep like a setup where I can generate them quickly and have them be super like mixed, you know? There we go. All right. Mixed like a white girl on a Friday afternoon in the city club. All right, we'll put this over here. All right, I don't know what I'm saying. We're going to say 1, 2, 3. Very good. What do you guys think of that Lacey Clancy trial? What's everyone's opinion on that? I can't escape it, dude. It's all over my feed. There we are. Putting this over here. Good. Tossing this over here. Okay. It's become like a battleground subject. There's like all these women defending her, and then there's other women saying, you guys are crazy. I think most of the guys in general just say you guys are crazy. All right. There's a lot of guys going, oh, so if we murder our whole families. I'm just kidding. Ta-da! Good luck, Zachary Standing. Booty, booty, boo. Sneep. Okay. Tossing this over here. I think the that trial, the defense arrested their case today or something like that. So we're gonna get a ruling pretty soon. Pack number 3. All right, there it is. Ta-da. What other things are going on in the news? I think I spoke about this one the other day. Here's some lighthearted news. They're inventing a cure for cancer, and it's actually working. So that's some good news. Did you guys hear about that one? The company, I think it was Moderna, their stock price jumped because they reported it was basically a, what do they call that? They invented a vaccine that cures cancer, and it's sort of working. It's apparently still in its early trials, but the trials are showing promise. It's probably unbelievably expensive to get this vaccine because it's literally made out of your specific cancer cells. So it's like a 1-person vaccine each time they make it. So basically they test your tumor growth, and then they make a vaccine based on the exact type of tumor you have. And that vaccine teaches your white blood cells how to attack the tumor. So, I mean, that's amazing. It might actually cure cancer, because one of the big problems with cancer is when the tumor gets too large, it breaks off and spreads all over your body. And then all of a sudden you got tumors everywhere, in your brain, in your heart. Well, I don't know about your heart, in your liver, you know, all the places you don't want it. And so then you die from tumor growth. Really scary, right? Well, you know, if your white blood cells can go in across your whole body, wherever blood is pumped, and fight that tumor, you might be able to reverse late stage cancer. And okay, so, but it probably comes down to how effective is it really? And then also, how can you afford, every time someone has cancer, how can that person afford to get a specialized vaccine just for their tumor? I mean, the amount of money that will probably cost will be pretty mind-breaking. But, you know, it's a step in the right direction, and it actually sounds feasible. As a cancer patient, I hope it works out, but I've heard so many times that they are coming out with a cure, but it never works out. I really hope it does that time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. We actually have, I don't want to say who, but we have a couple cancer patients in our group. And So that's very interesting. It's, or you know, there's always somebody whose parent is fighting cancer. So that too, we have people who have parents who are ill right now as well. So yeah, I care a lot about that kind of stuff. That stuff's like the only good stuff humans ever do is when they're working on medicine. Here we go. All right, Zachary's standing 3 spots in the Harry Potter pack. There it is. It's a $6 break. It really is just $6. Really cheap to get in there. Well, I'm tempted to use something other than these energy cards. Okay, 1, 2, 3 spots. All right. Yeah, it sounds like a big deal, man. I think they'll cure it someday. I thought they were reporting that it was sort of working. Didn't they report good results? Zach standing. Not to be confused with the Zachary sitting. Very different guy. Zach standing. And Zach standing. All right, very good. Mr. Me and your grandmother at the same time. We talked about it a while back. Here it is. Grabbing this and grabbing this. Cancer is so cruel. Yeah, it is. It's, you know, why humans don't live forever. We got to figure that out, man. I'm going to live at least to 100. That'd be a pretty big step, just making it that far. So, you know, one of the only thing humans work on that's really actually just good is like cures for stuff. That's why encourage all your kids to get into medicine. If you're deciding what to do in life, go get into medicine, you know. That's what happened to my father. Wishes to anyone battling it. Yeah. All right. So, here's Jody Peterson, PokeBruhs. Appreciate your love streams. They help me lessen my stress. I can think of only Pokemon and nothing else. Yay. That's actually true. So I've had stressful moments in my life too. And I find A, being completely distracted by my collection is really nice. And B, so is playing video games. So 2 things I really enjoy. All right, let's go grab this. 1 PokeBruh. Let's see what happens. What you said has been said a lot about this stream. I've heard that a lot, actually. People say they'll watch this, and it helps pass the time and make them feel better. We got 1, 2. Oh, I didn't grab enough. Oh, wait, there we go. There were like a 4th pack magically appeared. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one's yours. All right, pack number 4. Very important. So this one's yours. Let's see what we get. I'm basically a modern apothecary herbalist. Yeah? That's what happened to my father. All right, let's grab this. I'll probably die of heart attack before cancer gets me because I spent too much time sitting. Ooh, Pokemon Go Natu Reverse Hollow is a nice little bonus. Okay, we got this guy. That's a holographic energy card. Poltergeist. Fezandipity. Dracloak. Iron Thorns. And Bulbasaur. Oh, Bulbasaur is kind of expensive, actually. I think I remember making this pack. This guy by himself is already really expensive. Not bad. So the Bulbasaur, a nice pull. So is the Natu's actually not bad either, believe it or not. Those reverse hollow stamp Pokego cards, those are getting super expensive. All right, cool. I've watched Mr. Stream every morning for 2 or 3 years. I've been subscribed when getting ready for work. We can converse and talk a little poo. I talk about all kinds of stuff. I probably go too far on some subjects, but you know, the general idea is you come here, you make some friends. It's sort of, I think it's sort of like going to the bar, you know? I really do, because that's what our parents did. That's what our grandparents did. They went to the bar, and we're like a new wave of younger, more gay people, nerdier, I guess. And what do? We don't put on like, you know, Charlie's Angels leather jackets and motorcycles. We play video games. That's what we're nerdier. So we play video games, we play with cards, we play board games, all that kind of good stuff. And I think card shops are kind of a good place to hang out and make friends. I think that's it, you know? Because it's like, what else are you going to do? It's hard to say, actually. I mean, you go to the park, I guess. You don't really talk in the park. I've never really talked to strangers in the park. So where do you talk to people? All right, that's for Miss Jody. Let's go grab her baggie. All right. I think you did all right tonight, Miss Jody. Nice Bulbasaur and a whole box of boobs. There we go. Now, that's done. What else? What do we got going on now? We've got an order from Dallas Willis. Welcome back, Dallas. He wants for 2 NBA 2023-2024. I forget all the time that we have sports cards. I really ought to expand that. Some people really like sports cards, and I take that for granted because I'm very bad at them. I'm unskilled in the sports card sector, clearly. Like when I was putting those $25 cards into the junk packs like they were just junk. All right, so here they are, 2023, 2024. Very good. How much for a spot in the Topps break? $28. 2 spots left. It's about to go off. Enjoy a Rainbow Topps pack split. We have some additional new splits. That one's new, actually. Harry Potter was a gym break. We've turned him into a $6 pack split. Just $6. Pretty wild. I think that's the cheapest split we've ever had. And then here's Magic the Gathering. Now, this one's unique. You get 3 cards, okay? You don't get 1, you get 3. $19.50 to buy in. We have Mark Potts in there. We need 4 more people. So there's a little bit of a commitment. You get 3 cards out of there. It's because it's a big pack. I don't want it to be 15 out of 15. It's too many spots. All right, you ready? Mr. Dallas. 2 boxes. Now, what? All right, let me go get them. 2 boxes. You know, I haven't repriced these in like 100 years, so I don't know if the price is right on these. Wow, we're nearly sold out. Real close. Ba-ba-da! All right. That's 2023, 2024 Panini Mosaic Blaster. Give me a minute. Doesn't look like they've changed much over time, so I don't know if the prices have gotten better over time. Maybe they have. He wants 2 whole boxes of the Panini Mosaics. Get ready, guys. You know, so one of the reasons I don't normally buy too much sports is because if I do buy a lot of sports, a lot of the screen time will be sports. This is why I think the trick, we need to have a separate channel. And it needs to say the Sportsconomist or something like that, or the Cardconomist Sports, something like that, right? And I need to have a guy who does sports for me. But I don't want to do that until I'm ready. I don't want to do that until we're like in Nevada or something. But if we have a second channel that does sports openings, I can be the financier behind it. And I can give you like standards and teach you how to do it all. Bada bada bing, bada bada boom. Maybe I'll create like a streamer house or a streamer location. I don't know. I could have done that out here, by the way. So that extra house could have been a streamer house. But, yeah, I mean, we'll have to figure that out. We pray for Wemby. I have a binder for cool junk cards. We got the junk packs. You ever think about those junk packs? Those are only $3.50 a piece. Junk packs. What are they made out of? Junk. People love them for some reason. I think it's because they're just a bit of fun and they're pretty low commitment. I'm too young to be committed. The commitment scares me. No, I'm kidding. All right, throwing this away. Now, look at all this. All these cards. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, actually, hold on. Let me go back to this. Oh, yeah, these are a little underpriced now. Is that right? Yeah, here's 2 of them for sale for $140. All right, so it's time to raise the price on these. I'm gonna jump the price up a little bit. All right. Probably don't love to hear that, but I'm just going to raise the price a little bit, okay? It's a 6-pack box. Happy to see them selling. Says I should be selling them at 16 now. What do we actually sell them at? I noticed they were all of a sudden selling yesterday. Oh my gosh, we're selling them at $8 each. Wow, that's crazy. So let's not do that. I'm not going to do 16, okay? I want these to, I don't know. Let me think about it. Divided by, what, 6? Instead of doing 16, I'd like to do 14. All right, so there it is, 14. So a bit cheaper there. And so we're going to move the price over to $84 a box. Sorry about that, Mr. Dallas, but you got 2 full boxes of it. How nice is that? So a little bit of it left. It's almost all gone anyways. There's like a whole box left, and then we got an open box over here with like 3 packs in it, okay? So not a lot of this left if you want to have some fun with the remaining packs. You got a pretty killer deal on these. I mean, you got them basically below market price because I haven't bothered to reprice them in a very long time. Sometimes when somebody buys out the remaining boxes like that because they're so underpriced, sometimes I'm allowed to cancel it. We have a rule. It's called major price mismatch or something like that. And we use that rule to stop somebody from buying out something that's been really underpriced. But I'm not going to do that here. You're going to get these 2 beautiful boxes. And I hope you get a signature out of these. Here's a fun fact about these mosaics. They came from a case. So we've been selling these for like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years. And we had a ton of them at the start. We had a whole case of them. It was a sealed case. We're down to 3 boxes. These are 2 of them. And then there's like a half box over here, it looks like. Is there any more after that? I think it's just the half box. Okay, you ready? I bought some. I should be in the queue. Very nice. All right, let's see where this goes, huh? Mr. Dallas. We got Jalen, Malik, Kyle, Jalen Brown, Jam, Kevin Durant, and Sasha. Okay, there we go. Pack number 1. Boop. I'm going to go ahead and pop this in here. All right. Pack number 2. Kyle, hey, that's me. We've got Malik Monk, Lori, Brandon, Zaire, Anthony Edwards. Nothing. And here's NBA debut, Grady Dick. Grady Dick. Who names their kid Dick anymore? We are. All right, that's pack number 2. I'm just using their holder like a big fat sleeve, okay? They go right back in the sleeve. Pack number 3. We're looking for a hit. That's what we're looking for. We want a hit. Here's Bradley Beal, Jamal Murray, Kevin Durant, Nicholas Claxton. Here we got Kevin Durant, epic performer, not numbered. And then back here we got a Bilal. I don't know about that, Bilal. More like back in the pack you go. All right, and here's the next round. What we got here? What's this, pack number 4 or something? Jordan Clarkson. I heard, what's his name? Michael Jordan. I heard Michael Jordan selling his mansion. You guys want to buy, it's like $14 million. You guys want to buy Michael Jordan's $14 million mansion? Marvin Bagley. Okay, not numbered. Okay. We're looking for Siggies. We're looking for good rookies. We're looking for numbered cards. What do we got here? We've got Buddy Hield. Onyeko. It's an interesting name. We've got Keldon. Jose Alvarado. A Jose. No number on him. Thunder Road. Luka Doncic. No number. And Julian Phillips. Is that right? Did I catch that? All right. I've never really watched basketball, but I'm always impressed whenever I see like a crazy clip, like a crazy shot or crazy play. And I'm always impressed with how tall these guys are. They're like, I don't know, they're like humans that have evolved beyond our old DNA or something, right? So they get the tallest humans possible to play this, and it's always like freakishly large people. Here's Cameron Thomas. Here's Thunder Road, Jamorant. All right, you got Jamorant, not numbered. NBA debut, Scott Henderson. Okay. I think we're done with pack number, or box number 1. We're moving on to box number 2, everybody. Box number 2. What do we got here? We've got, that's a Magic Johnson card, huh? That's a, must be like a flashback kind of card. Here's Isaiah Joe. Gary Harris. Gary. Nikola Vucevic. All right, we got Thunder Road, Damian Lillard, not numbered. And NBA greats, Magic Johnson. That's pretty cool. Magic Johnson. He was the guy who got like AIDS or something, right? And then they got like a cure or something. They developed a cure in time for him. Not a cure, but like something that stabilized it. Here's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. LaMelo Ball. I want LaMelo Ball. You got LaMelo Ball. Here's Jimmy Butler. Here's Al Horford. Kelly Oubre. Kelly? Like a girl's name, Kelly? Not numbered, and Jamorant City Edition. Come on, signature. Still time for a hit to come out. Again, we have one more box of this. Of course, it'll be at the new price. All right. It's really not a terrible price. It's pretty close. It's a little more expensive than eBay, but not a great deal more. Remember, I pay the taxes when you check out, so the taxes are on my side. So you guys will notice when you check out, you pay no taxes at the checkout. Here's Trey Jones. Here's Brandon Miller, rookie. Wow, that looks like it's a special card. So we got something going on here. Brandon Miller. Oh, yeah, out of 299. Dang. How about out of 1? That'd be nice. Okay, so you got a little rookie Brandon Miller card there. And here's Jalen Pickett. Almost done here, guys. Yeah, sports cards. What do you guys think of this? If we had a lot of sports cards, you would be watching a lot of sports getting opened, everybody. What do you think of that? What do you vote on that? Do you vote yes? Do you vote no? Okay. Noah Clowney. Clowney? No number. And Scott Henderson again. No number. NBA greats Dirk Nowitzki. I don't think I've heard of him before. Okay. Come on now. You know, we've done some pretty interesting sports in the past, like big, expensive hobby boxes. We've done big hobby box breaks before. We got P.J. Washington, Tyrese Maxey, Jacob Poeltl. We've got Kyrie Irving, Shaden Sharp, and Anthony Black. 1 pack remains, 1 chance. You watching here, Dallas? I called you Dallas. Dallas Willis. Last pack. Here goes. All right, we've got this guy, this guy, this guy, the guy in the middle. And here's Derek Lively. Hey, Derek's my name. Not a numbered card. Give and Go, Jamorant. Not a numbered card. And Tyrese Halliburton. All right, there you have it. So you really get one sort of like technically rare card, right? You get this rookie, you know, hollow wave, special wave card, and it's out of 299. I would not call this like a pretty crazy round. We are pretty standard round, maybe, unless this guy's super good and I don't know it, because you know the MVPs change every year. You into sports cards a lot? People ask me all the time to stock sport cards, but I never know if I want to do it. All right. Good. The TheCardconomist, guys. We got to do that. TheCardconomist. You know, maybe I could get Karis to just quit her job and she could run the TheCardconomist. She can open all the sports cards for you. I'll make her watch the games too so that she knows what's going on. All right, let's get your name on this. Dallas Willis. I don't know if you already had a bag, but either way, you're going to need a new one because there's so many packs here. You got an awesome deal per pack. He actually did, yeah, the price was a couple dollars cheaper than, there we go, a couple dollars cheaper than maybe like if you bought it fresh off of eBay. All right. Need a new one. You're going in. Now, if you end up wanting more, we got one sealed box and 1 open box left. We'll put this up here. Boop. That was Mr. Dallas, guys, keeping us busy. Thank you, Mr. Dallas. It's 4:34 now. Who's got the crown, by the way? We got a Cody Hodges with the crown. Who's got the crown? Team Rocket Grunt, Cody Hodges, and Magician's Hobby. So if you got the crown, speak up right now. There we go. I don't know why I have to do that each time. Okay. I'm going to hit refresh on the website, see if the website's going anywhere. Nope. Website has not even been used for this stream. That's very interesting. Now we have an order of Zachary Standing, Topps Break. All right, so that's the Topps Break, which is right over here. Our top splits are our pack splits are very popular. We've been hosting these for like 6 years. And this allows you to buy just 1 card in an expensive booster pack. So that's a very, very popular idea because it allows you to access something that you would normally have to spend a lot of money to access. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, just one spot left on that. So people love being able to be part of a break of like a vintage pack. It's exciting, it's satisfying. Okay, and Miss Jody, she says, 3 of the junk packs. Love all types of cards. I have a binder for those. Oh, really? Well, you are going to like these probably then. You ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so we've pulled these from all different parts of the box. So let's see what they turn into. Ready for this? Any big hollers from this Topps box yet? That's a fair question. There's been, was it a Bulbasaur? That's just one card Bulbasaur. Remember, Charmander's in there, Squirtle's in there, Pikachu's in there. All the middle evolutions, Wartortle, Charmeleon, Ivysaur, all the top evolutions, Blastoise, Venusaur, Charizard, they're all in there. There's also Raichu, there's also Arcanine, there's also Alakazam. So there's just a bunch of really cool cards in there. And then there's some boring ones, you know, there's like Spearow, there's like Diglett, there's Rattata, so there's some bad ones too. But yeah, that's it. The only really interesting pull has been probably the Bulbasaur. So it's a loaded box from my perspective. All right, so this is Sneaker Bunker Volume 1, and these cards are actually pretty expensive. The booster packs get really expensive. So you could grade like this non-hollow card, believe it or not. Here's Fortnite, Tommy Gun Fortnite. Here's a nice little Yu-Gi-Oh card. We got Infinitrack. This is Hello Kitty. So we got some Hello Kitties here. All right. All right, so that's what a junk pack feels like. You just got a junk pack there. What's it made out of? It's made out of junk. Next pack. Let's see what happens in the next pack. You ready? All right, so we got some more of these ladies. Here's some Playboys. These are vintage Playboys. These come from the packs where people are trying for Donald Trump, but those are not Donald Trump. But they're still fully holographic cards, so it's kind of interesting. Here's some Dragon Ball. Okay. They might be kind of valuable. I don't know, because those are kind of old now. That's FB2. That's kind of old. And here is some ST13 PRB2. And here is some more Hello Kitty. In fact, here's a Kuromi card. You could actually grade this Kuromi card. All right, and next, what do we got here? Oops. What is this called? Azure Lane? I think that's Azure Lane. No, this is Nikkei. Nikkei. Here's some more. This is OP5. Pretty interesting. And here's a couple more of these Playboy cards. So you can see I'm kind of pulling from the same loot table to build these packs. I got a pile of cards to fill the packs with. And there we go. Use some Korean Pokemon cards here, like this Metagross. It's yellow border, notably. So those are some yellow borders there. And what's here? Last pack. One of the problems, actually, with the junk packs is a little bit I'm running out of cards. So these have been so effective that I don't have as many cards as I used to have to fill these up with. Now look at this. That's English. Fiend's Everyday Life. This is actually a promo. So it's like a box topper promo. That's pretty good. You could actually grade that really easily. Devil Hunter, Newcomer, Kobeni. And what is this? Like a whole pack of sports cards? You just got Scotty Barnes and Jalen Johnson. And then here is a round of Pokemon stickers from like 1999. And then here is some Freerin, if you like Freerin. There you go. So that is what... Did you see that, guys? That was 4 junk packs. Look at the stack of cards she has from 4 junk packs. Can't really hold it very well. All right. Let me fold these over. I got to take these back from you because I need them to make new junk packs. Not bad, right? We had to raise the price on them by 50 cents because I realized how heavy they were and that they were going to contribute to like $5 in shipping pretty quickly. So people were ordering like 10 packs of these at a time because they thought that, you know, they really liked them. And then I realized, oh my gosh, this is really heavy. This is not cheap to ship. So there you go. In a very short period of time, you have a lot of cards now. It didn't take much money to get a lot of cards. Put that there. And so I think we can squeeze everything into one bag in this case. There you go. Yeah, look at that. See, it's a pretty good chunk of cards. It's Case Hit Cards. Hello, Case Hit Cards. How are you? I love the stickers. Oh, I got so many of those Pokemon stickers. They're all over the place. Those are ones I don't generally run out of too quickly. All right, now the box is getting a little full. This box is always full. What's back here? John Fang, Didn't John Fane come in here earlier? I can't remember. Here's Jonathan Morris. Jonathan Morris hasn't been here in a while. Here's John Cornelius. That's almost expired. Jonathan de Santiago. That's basically expired. I mean, it's 11.25, right? But if you look at the bag, it's just like 2 one-piece hollers. He's not going to come back and ship 2 one-piece hollers for $9. He's not going to do that. All right, let's see what we got now. Whew. So next up, we have, I'm hitting refresh here. I like the poker Pokemon too. I am the king of poker Pokemon. People just get to declare themselves kings of stuff, apparently. Like the Kabutops King or Kabuto King guy. So you can just declare yourself king now. That's how it works. So, but it's true. I have a ridiculous amount of poker cards. They're all stowed away, ungraded. I'll grade them over time, but I promise I'm never going to grade them very fast. So, ooh, look at these. These are cheap, by the way. Tag 10 Sudowoodos. Look at the back of these. You ever looked at the back? So pretty. Little Snorlax down there. Ludicolo, Deoxys. So those are fun. But so I got all these ungraded poker cards, and my plans for them, real slow grade over 20 years. 20 years, real slow. I'm going to drip it in the market. You have 30th anniversary on order for RIP. No, not yet. Do you know people who have 30th anniversary? They shouldn't. It's not available yet. We're still in August. You're not supposed to have it at this point. The release date is like halfway through September. You're not supposed to be opening it yet. King, you say, mister? Then I challenge you to a duel in the Shadow Games. By the way, Cody Hodges was here. Here you go, Cody. Let's get you into that giveaway. Cody's got the crown, and he is here, and he is talking. There you go, Cody. Nice job, man. I've seen your slabs of poker. Man, you should see all the ungraded ones I have. I spent, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't want to think too hard about it, but probably like over $100,000 on ungraded poker cards. It's pretty remarkable. All right, Zachary Standing. He says he'll do the same thing for junk packs. All right, let's get 4 junk packs for Mr. Zach. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's see how you do, man. I'm going to have to make more junk packs. Junk packs are kind of expensive in a second way, too. They're expensive because they're very time-consuming because I have to build them. And it can take like an hour to 2 hours to make a full round of them. But I don't know. I'm also happy to just see them kind of go. So here we have just some girl cards here, I guess. Here's Playboy. 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 Ooh, here's some of that Hollow Dragon Ball. Ooh, Son Goku, I think. Bad guy, bad guy. One Piece, ST20. EB1. EB3. EB3. And here's some Hello Kitty Cat Meow. Cinema Roll, Pom Pom Purin. Okay, what's this pack all about? All right. We got Yoga. Disney. Ooh, sorry about that. Rapunzel. Simba. Tiny Chum. Cinema Roll. Some more of these Chainsaw Mans. Easy Revenge. First Cigarette. Himeno. Moses Moody. Nemeus Quetta. Jaren Jackson. Some of these Pokemon stickers. Got quite a few of those. And Freerin. There you go. More Freerin. I'll go first. I summon Karibo in attack mode and play 2 cards face down. What? Right. This guy scared me, man. He's dueling me. Blaziken, that's just English Blaziken. Cloth, Ogerpon, Magneton, Sneaker Bunker 1, pretty rare. Sneaker Bunker 1 is pretty valuable bulk-wise. Here's some of these one-piece cards from OP6, actually, it looks like. Wow, holy boobs, dude. All right, some girls, some Playboy, Conehead Playboy. And then last but not least, one descended God Pack. I'll try to get you a God Pack, okay? I would love it if you got a God Pack. Mr. would thrive in a giant tub of sardines with crackers on the side. That's exactly what I ate before the stream. I had, it wasn't sardines, it was mackerel. I had a tin of mackerel with crackers. Wow. This seems pretty gradable. That says CR. I think it's a promo. So I think that's a promo. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. There's a Luffy. Here's Playboy. Playboy. Fortnite. 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 That's kind of fun. Giddy up. Some bulk. Some bulk. Some Flygon D's. Some Bundle B's. And, all right, there we go. Some Lopunnies. Yoda from Lord of the Rings and Frodo from Star Wars. It's called Yoga. Get his name right, please. All right. So, Zach, this will require me to get you a whole extra bag. This is $14, huh? Let me soak this in. $14 for this. Some of it makes sense. Here we are. Let me put this away. All right. Mr. Zach. All right, Zachary Standing. I used to have more junk cards at the start of it, and it was very easy to fill them up. Now it's getting trickier, and I'm like reaching for stuff that maybe I wouldn't have normally put in there. There we go. Did you see that McDonald's is doing a one-piece sponge on collab, Mr. Sponge Bob? One-piece Sponge Bob? That's pretty interesting. Let's see. I'm gonna grab these two cards to sell real quick. Look at that Pikachu, huh? Oh, yeah. We got to put this Pikachu up in the live customs or something. Wouldn't you guys like this guy in the live customs? Get the dust off him. He's been sitting back there for a while. Look at this Squirtle. No, I don't have my pad anymore. Used to have a little something to wipe off fingerprints. Okay. Oh, yeah. Putting this here. Oh, putting this here. And those are wide sleeves. I don't want wide sleeves. I want thin sleeves. Okay. Look at all these great cards we got, man. We just got cards all day long. Crazy. We have Mark J. Valera. No hollows, please, for 1 box of Japanese Storm Emeralda. Could you put them in my Pokemon bag? I want to try to keep the Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Pokemon separate. Oh, I see. Okay. We can try something like that. Let me, wait, do we have a box right next to us? That'd be easy. No? No, that'd be too easy, wouldn't it? Oh, wait, here it is. Yeah. Boink. Storm Emeralda, the one with the golden Rayquaza in it, please. Thank you very much, Mr. Mark. This stream brought to you by Mr. Mark. His name's Mr. Mark. Pretty sure there's back number 4 for me, by the way. You got a lot of bags? That's funny. Felt like the box was kind of full, actually, yeah. Oh, yeah, we need to make a new jumbo pack break. A new jumbo pack break for the live customs. We currently have a jumbo pack break that you guys can join. It's this one over here. Did you guys see this one? This is a jumbo pack break. It costs $40 to join. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. $40 to join 16 booster packs. You might pull them all. Your odds are 1 in 4. See, the whole thing's worth 160. So it's 40 times 4, right? 160. But actually, there's $170 worth of packs in that particular box. We put in a bonus free pack in there. So that's an extra valuable round. Now, tilt that out of my eyeballs for a second there. Ready? Here goes. Snipping time. Snip. Snipping time. Snipping all the packs up. So, Mark, when are you writing us that romance novel that you're going to be famous for? I heard you're going to be famous for your romance novels. Just about this. Mark, if you could be famous for something, what would you want to be famous for? I'd want to be famous for, I don't know. Snip of this. Okay. Having a lot of Pokemons. Good question. That is a good question. Isn't that an interesting question? How about you guys? If you could be famous for something, what would you be famous for? All right. I want to be famous for Cardconomist's famous barbecue ribs. Finger looking good. Cold. Here's a hollow. Cold. Here's an EX. You probably want to keep the EXs, huh? There's the explosion jacket. I would be famous if you are. My brother will be the Pokemon Collector Bros. Oh, I know, mister. Tell me about it. Alakazam, Rainbow Hollow in that pack break. Could be. I'm number 2. What? After all the yakking I've been doing, I've earned this number 2. So maybe, yeah, maybe just being active gives you the crown, you know, because we're wondering what gives you the crown. There's a nice, really nice Electivire AR. Oh, okay, and we've got this, whatever her name is, I don't remember. She's kind of annoying. Yeah. I don't like the cloud people from Pokemon, to be honest with me. I'm a little racist toward them. Too much cloud, probably. Oh, I love this card. Look at this. So this isn't just an EX card, but I actually think it's one of the best looking EX cards I've seen in a while. So that's a great card from my point of view anyways. Let's see. We've got some of these, some of those. A little bit of Cold. A little bit of Altaria. A little bit of Cold. A little bit of Cold. A little bit of Golurk. Haven't seen the hit yet. Cold. Famous for being the most average person. Guess that's a possibility, perhaps. All right. What did Freddie Mercury dad say to him in the Queen's movie? Good deeds. What? Let's see what we got here. All right. Okay. And here's Cacturn. Oh, yeah. Ooh, the Kecleon's so cool looking. I like that Kecleon, man. Some good ARs in this set. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. We got Groudon, we got Kyogre, and we got this fancy Kecleon. He looks like he's dancing on like a stripper pole or something. All right, all right. Okay. All right. Come on, what's the hit? What's the hit? What's the hit? It's got to be at the very end of the box, huh? Is that it? You did it! You pulled SAR Golisopod. That's not bad. Altart Golisopod. Okay, pulling the Golisopod, huh? Wishy-washy. Yeah, a little wishy-washy. And last pack is going to be a Golden. All right, cool. Is that a Shinji artwork? I believe it's not him. I think it's Kamiya or something. Hold on, let me look. So this one is Komio. Yep. Maybe he's borrowing from the other guy, you know, because he kind of put the character right in the middle. That's what Shinji does. Kamiya's drawn some really weird Pokemon over the years, and that's what we love about his work. All right. Yay! Sweet. You got an SAR out of that box. That's pretty good. All right. And now you want to keep the Pokemon separated from the Yu-Gi-Ohs. Yeah, he looks kind of like he's on the stripping pole or something. Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh. Lots of Yu-Gi-Oh. And then Pokemon. Got a bunch of Pokemons. All right, let's see. Wow, look at all these Pokemons, man. Damn, dude, you got a lot of Pokemons. Look at that. So that's a Kamiya as well right there. Kind of similar, huh? These guys get our styles going. Sweet loot in your bag, dude. I'm trying to slide these into the middle here. That'll work. All right, cool. You know what I miss already? I miss Squid Game. It would be nice if they made a new Squid Game series. I heard that the Squid Game American version of the show was being talked about, but they canceled that idea. So they're not going to do an American version of Squid Game. Thank heavens, because I don't think it would work. It's got to be international. It's got to be Korean. That's the only way it works. It is. I got to hear them say like Imida. I got to hear them say that. Shulul Umida. Yeah, the guys in the crazy pink suits. Mister, are you good? Just been moving and grooving tonight. Yeah, I'm good. So, let's see. Next up, we got Chensek Vong. He says, one Ascended God Pack. One Ascended God Pack. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be nice. All right, we're gonna snip this. Did you try Alice in Borderland? Yeah, we watched the old seasons, and then that new season came out, right? And it was just okay. I didn't watch the whole new season. I take that back. I didn't watch the whole thing because I was watching it going, meh. And then eventually I ran out of steam. I didn't want to know how it ended. So, I don't know, it got like too contrived or something, and I wasn't following the plot as well, and I don't know, it didn't capture me somehow. It was like something was missing. But the very first season of Alice in Borderland had that weird sort of like international feeling to it. You know, it really did. And it was like budget Squid Game a little bit, right? But then the second season, you watch that and it's like, it's okay. The third season comes around and I've lost interest. You know, it's not capturing me the same way. Was you subs or dubs when watching Squid Game? We definitely watched it in Korean. It's way better in Korean. You get the actors really real voices, and so I feel like that's so important because you get like their actual acting, even if you don't know what they're saying. You have to read it on screen, so it's like more work. But no, I've seen a little bit of it in the English. I didn't like it at all. You got to have it in the original language. All right, so let's see what we got. 2 minutes ago, Dallas Willis has a big order. Let me make sure that there aren't other orders older than yours first, okay? So we're going to make sure no one else is waiting. I didn't get anywhere in season 3 either. Yeah, it just lost its feeling. So we do have this order from Mr. Mark, and this order is 0 minutes ago. All right, so before we do that, Mr. Mark, we got to take care of our friend, Mr. Dallas. Now, he wants the NFL Panini Prism Blaster boxes plus 3 packs. So you want 2 boxes and 3 packs. Is this the same deal? Are these also way out of price? So you want these 2 and an additional 3 packs of them. Oh, I grabbed the wrong box. Darn it. Okay, hold on. Let me put this back. I'll be right back. Wait, I can just leave this in here. All right, that stays in there. So that means we have 2 boxes of the NBA Blasters left. All right, here we are. So, you forced me to look at this, Mr. Dallas. Let's see. This is 2021 Panini Prism Blaster. Let's take a quick look at this. We're going to do the same thing here. I got to know if this is way out of price. I haven't priced these in like 2 years, it feels like. That's a mega box. Doesn't look like it. It looks like they're probably very correctly priced. NFL Panini Prism Blaster. All right, so perfect. Let's see. So then these could be left alone, what you just based on what you said. I mean, honestly, if what you're saying is true, I could probably lower it. How many are in a box? 6 packs in a box? Okay, so we can actually probably lower them a little bit if you end up wanting more. Okay, so your next order, if you decide to go deeper, is going to be a little bit cheaper, okay? So the next round can be $54 a box, okay? To entice you to consider more. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab this. Yeah, I'm not very good with the sports pricing, I guess. So we got 3 boxes here. And you ordered 2 boxes and 3 packs. So this happens first, and then we jump back to Mark J. Valerian, okay? All right, there we go. I'm smoking now, vaping. Eye roll. You like to vape? They say vaping's bad for you. I don't know what it is. I find it very sexy when girls vape. It is. I guess that's why smoking in general is like in the movies and all that. They wouldn't do it unless it was cool, right? It's cool. This. Having this. All right. Karis could get hooked on vaping very easily. So we keep her away from those. All right. Throwing this away. Put this over here. Put this over here. I don't think I need to vape. I already cough all the time. Probably I'm smoking Pokemon dust, card fumes, if you think about it, all day. Can't get signatures out of here, so we're looking for jersey cards. Nice, dude. You got it, man. I hope you get what you're looking for. Mr. Dallas. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Time to snip. Snipping this. Time to snip. Okay. Time to snip. We should have like a tournament day. And there should be 2 teams. Team red, team blue. We are. And a pot, like a prize pot, right? Where everyone has to buy like an assigned pack to get into the tournament. And then a competition goes off called Who's That Pokemon? Who's That Pokemon? Da, da, da. We used to host that a long time ago. Last time we hosted it actually was when Squid Game 2 came out. We called it the Poke Squid Games. All right, you ready? Here goes. So we're looking for jerseys, you said. How are these structured? So these are structured with an orange card in the back. Debo? All right, we got Debo. Debo the man. Yep. I crush mines all the time. I can't go without my mitt. Looking forward to seeing you in Las Vegas. You know, I'm going to miss Lake of the Ozarks. I really will. Such a beautiful lake out here. And it's a type of environment you don't get in Las Vegas, so I'll miss it. We are. Maybe we can figure something out about that. I know they got Lake Las Vegas, but it's not even close to what Lake of the Ozarks is. What do we got here? What do we got here? All right. That looks like it could be special. What is this? Emergent Terrace Marshall, rookie. All right, I thought it was going to be something cooler than that. Here's Keenan Allen, and here's Ben Roethlisberger. What a name. We were driving over the bridge today to get to the restaurants, and there were so many boats out, and it's just this really crazy thing to witness, like a boat highway, and it's just really cool that way. But, you know, we were really impressed with Las Vegas, too. It's got some cool things going for it. We are. All right, we got Bo Jackson. Here's Randall Cobb. We got Zach Wilson. And we got Seth Williams. I would say right off the bat, one of the big things that it's got going for it is that whole concept of being a no-tax state. It's a big deal. You know, my wife works really hard. She's got a pretty good paying job because she's been doing software engineering for like, I don't know, 8 years, I think. And then I've got like $2 million of Pokemon cards, maybe. And it's like the minute you drag those cards over that border, now they're, ooh, is that that's a Chiefs card? We got pulled Patrick Mahomes. Here's Nickel. Here's Cornell Powell, Kansas City Chiefs. Do you guys still think Patrick Mahomes got a chance to be MVP after he had his little leg accident? After they lost the Super Bowl like crazy to the Eagles? There you go. Pokemon Debo from the Friday movies. Where are you moving to Vegas? So my plan is to hire a real estate agent and tell them, you know, the number one thing that matters to me is to get into the highest elevation possible. That's it. Elevation. So it's going to end up being West Summerlin, obviously. Yeah, since I've already studied a whole bunch about elevation maps. And this all might take place quite a while from now. It might be like a year from now. Grady Jarrett. It is. when are you coming down to vacation in Hawaii? Well, you know, that's interesting, Mark, because if we're living in the state of Nevada, it should be easier to go to Hawaii, because right now we're in Missouri, and I think that would be a flight from Missouri to California, and then a flight from California to Hawaii. So it'd be this really big flight. I bet you Nevada just goes straight to Hawaii, doesn't it? That's probably what it does. Oops, let's see what we got here. Dan Marino. So, you know, I'd like to see, I've never been to Hawaii. I'd like to see that. Marlin. Elevation for price increases on property. That's right. That's right. So we'll pay as much as we can pay to get as high as we can. And that's because the higher you are, the colder it is. And so I value that a lot. It is because I happen to not love 115 degree weather. It wasn't that bad, honestly. It wasn't that bad. We went there when it was 115 degrees. I told Karis, I said, we got to go right now because they're having a heat dome. It's 115 degrees. So we were there for like 3 days-ish. It was about 3 days, emergent. And we were there in 115 degrees. I wanted to see what it was at when it was at its very hottest, when it was just absolutely blazing. And, yeah, it felt like, you know, it has some cool feelings to it. It's got like the high rises and all that. It's got the lights. So there's some cool stuff to it. I imagine if you live right next to that, that gets boring really fast. And so after that, you get mountain views in the Summerlin side, right? And that's kind of nice. But your yard is tiny. You get these tiny yards because they don't want to, the people making the homes, they don't want to give up land because the land is so precious. So you get these tiny yards. So I'm really hoping that when we're there, because we're just going to rent at first, I'm hoping that when we're there, we really find things to do, because that's the most important thing is out here in Lake of the Ozarks, I get off work and I've got like one place to go walking. I can walk in the park. I'm probably exaggerating a little bit. There's some trails. We live next to the Ha Ha Tonka State Park, but I've walked those trails so many times. Like, they're just not exciting anymore. And then we're just out of stuff after that, you know? You go walking at Menards. You know, Menards is like Home Depot. So boring, dude. Especially in the winter. Really boring. And in the summer, you get ticks. You get Lyme disease. Unless you like fortress yourself up to protect yourself from it. You get ticks. Very easily, in fact. Nymph ticks, tiny ticks. They're like invisible. Even in your front yard, you get, or your backyard, you get ticks. So I'm pretty tired of that, and but I will miss the lake. The lake itself is so beautiful. It's a really beautiful place, guys. I'm not exaggerating. Lake of the Ozarks is very beautiful. I can feel it tugging at me already. The thought of leaving the lake behind, the lake view, the view of the hills, the water, the boats going by. That's actually pretty crappy to give that up. It's a trade-off though, because you just can't have everything. Here it is. It's a trade-off. We're going there for the smarter financial move, smarter business move. Be near the card shows. I think that actually makes a ton of sense for me. Probably going to get product way faster. Like when it gets shipped to me, it's probably going to arrive super fast. We have a problem on this channel where every time a new set comes out, we get it like 5 days after everybody else because Lake of the Ozarks has no airport. It's super remote. So everything we get gets flown into Kansas City or St. Louis, and then they have to drive it to us, and it takes like an extra 2 days. And then if it's over a weekend, well, they don't deliver on the weekend. So then it's, you know, it's an extra 4 days, you know, so it gets really bad. So it's been like a week, and everyone's already selling the new product, and then I finally get it a week later. I mean, you just can't run a YouTube channel that way. That's pathetic. You can't be a week late, you know. You should be a week early. That's what you should be. You should be a week early on everything. That's how you win at YouTube, right? So, yeah, I mean, so that's a pretty big deal. And so it'd be cool to get in there, settle down. Okay, what we got here? What's this? AJ Brown. That card looked kind of neat. Settle down. Try to get distribution again. You are? Very nice. Not again, but try to get distribution set up. And there we go. See what it's like renting in Las Vegas for a while. See if we hate it. If we hate it, by the way, if we get really bored of it, if I decide like the card shows aren't enough or something like that, or I can't stand the desert, which is possible, the other two options become pretty clear. It's going to be either Reno or it's going to be Knoxville, Tennessee, because we're not going back to Missouri. That's the only thing that's true. Missouri's out. It'll be a lake house in Knoxville, Tennessee, or a mountain home in Reno. So, but we'll test out Las Vegas first and see how much we like it. Here it is. Here's Kurt Warner. I think you do give up. Here's Daniel. You do give up these beautiful views, and they are beautiful, but you gain food. You got like actual restaurants in Las Vegas. We got like no, you should see our restaurants. It's like pathetic out here. I'm constantly saying, if you guys came out here and opened a good restaurant, you'd be so popular. You'd be swamped. You'd be swamped. Lack of restaurants out here. Lots of money, lack of restaurants. Let's see. Not too many lefties are usually around. What? Keep on your houses for vacations. No. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Okay, there we have. Missouri has nothing but fast food. No, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Kansas City and St. Louis, if you go to the actual city areas, there's some nice food out there. Okay, it's not as good as New York. It's not as good as California. It's not as good as Nevada. But they do. There's some nice stuff. Like there was a nice Korean restaurant Karis and I would eat at. Really delicious. And they served authentic food, and the person who ran it was a Korean immigrant and all that good stuff. They got like authentic ramen and stuff like that at some restaurants in St. Louis. So they got some stuff if you go to the city, right? But it's not as much as Nevada. It's not as much as California. It's not as much as New York, right? It's not going to be as big because those cities are smaller. They're smaller American cities. Mr. Dallas, let's get you a new bag. Well, no jersey card out of there. We do have more of these prisons. They are cheaper now, okay? Actually, lower the price on these for you. This is really good in Ferguson. Come on, jersey card. Yeah, no jersey card this time. A lot of cards, though. Okay. I think my biggest fear is we leave, and I really actually miss living in a lake house. And then I guess the worst thing that could happen from there is it gets very tricky or something for some reason to get to a different lake house, but I don't think that would be true. I don't think it would be true to do that. It would probably just be a really far move all the way back over to the east side to Tennessee. Moving from Missouri to Vegas is a very, very long trip. It's like a 24-hour drive. I know when Mr. puts on his Fedora Mafia hat, he's going to make people swim with the Magikarps. He's swimming with the Magikarps. All right, let's see. Thank you so much, Mr. Dallas, keeping us very busy tonight. Mr. Mark also, no hollows, please. One box of Ninja Spinner. All right, I'm going to go get a box of Ninja Spinner, everyone. I'll be back. I don't think anyone ever pulled the SIR Greninja out of here. We are? All right. What I'm hoping for, if we go all the way out there to Las Vegas, what I'm really hoping for, I'm hoping that I have a more active lifestyle, because my lifestyle is very inactive where I live. You'd think living next to a lake, you'd be super active, and you would be wrong. I don't like to walk the trails anymore. There's too many ticks. There's too many horseflies. They come after you like bullets. The horsefly is like one of the fastest flies in the world, and they want to bite you really hard, and they are ferocious. So you get ticks, you get mosquitoes, you get horseflies, and then you have no indoor spaces to walk. So sadly, when we lived in St. Louis, we were constantly talking about coming out here to Lake of the Ozarks and having a more active lifestyle. Then we made it out here, and we were kind of horrified after the first year to sort of discover we have an extremely, significantly less active lifestyle. We used to go to the malls in St. Louis. There were like 3 of them. We used to go walking in these nice curated areas, like Newtown or Main Street, St. Charles. So there's nice neighborhoods to go walking through. All of that was gone. All of that was gone when we moved out here. So we went from walking pretty consistently together to very rarely walking, especially in the winter. And it was like, uh-oh. You know, it was kind of like our lifestyle became so sedentary. And now we've been out here for a while, and we're kind of used to it. But our minds were blown at how bad it was in those early years. We're like, hey, this is pretty bad. We're in a lot of trouble here. We're not walking. And we were supposed to get more active in Lake of the Ozarks. So it turned out you could only swim in the water for a limited couple of months, right? Like June, July, August, maybe. Just a couple months. And then it gets really cold. You can't really swim in it after that. It's too cold. It's dangerously cold. So, and then there were no like public pools, like indoor pools. Like in St. Charles, you had like Recplex, you had YMCA. None of that exists out here. They never built it. So I was like, uh-oh, can't go swimming? I can go swimming in St. Louis. I can't go swimming in Lake of the Ozarks, ironically. You get swimming in the dirty lake in the summer for like 3 months, and then it's over. You ran out of time. And then they got no indoor pools. They're building one right now. They're building a big one. It's an amusement park indoor pool, and I don't know if it's going to be any good, but we're not going to know. But we were out here for years, and they never built one until now, and so it's like, well, that's not useful. Now we're getting ready to leave. We are. So we don't go swimming. We don't go ice skating. There's no roller skating rink. There's nowhere to walk, man. Nowhere to walk. It chokes you out, man. There's just nothing to go, you know, nothing clean and organized to go walking by. There's no festivals hardly. St. Charles has a festival like once a month on their main street, a historic main street, St. Charles. Beautiful. Tons of festivals. You go there, tents everywhere, smell of food everywhere. Even in the winter, they have like a Christmas festival. It's super nice. Lake of the Ozarks, dead. Nothing. Maybe like one tiny festival up on their, you know, they'll have like one tiny festival up on the Strip. It's called the Strip. And it's just this really bad place to walk. It's like a steep hill that goes downhill, and then you got to walk all the way back up. And we were actually walking that today. It is not that great. All right, you ready? Here goes. Dang, that does suck. I would just be fishing all day and telling the kids to get off my lawn. Yeah, so the upside is gorgeous lake, very peaceful, very serene. The water's legit, but the trade-offs are kind of huge. I mean, we used to go to this thing together, Kirsten and I. We went every year. It's called the Muni. It's basically outdoor Broadway for St. Louis, and it's humongous, and it's free. It's free. You can get paid tickets, and there are these very wealthy-looking people who buy the paid tickets, and they get to sit real close. And then really far away, there's these big free seats, and they fill up with like hundreds of people. Giant spotlights, really great performances. It's called the Muni, and you could just go there in the summer and sit outside in the summer, and they have these huge fans that sit above you, like they're like as tall as how would you describe them? They're like maybe 4 stories tall. Giant fans, and they turn off in the intermission, and you get like popcorn and ice cream and all this great stuff. That was called the Muni, and we watched so many plays at the Muni. It's really fun. They'll play classical plays. They'll play new ones, like, you know, ones that had just recently been developed. I took Karis once to Beauty and the Beast, and I bought us tickets to get us closer. All that's gone. We used to do stuff like that. St. Louis has like the St. Louis Zoo. It's totally free. You just walk in. You don't have to pay anything. You just walk in the zoo. And it's absolutely gigantic. St. Louis Zoo is one of the biggest zoos. And so you can just go walking forever in the St. Louis Zoo. Lake of the Ozarks doesn't have one. The closest one's in Springfield. It's an hour and a half away. You got to drive an hour and a half. And it's like, I don't know, maybe like a quarter of the size. It's really not that large. So, yeah, you just kind of lost all this stuff to go out to the lake, and that's when it kind of hits you. You go, oh my gosh, this is just a place where people vacation for 3 weeks and then they go home. You know, they vacation for 3 months in the summer and then they go home to St. Louis or Kansas City or whatever. And we kind of knew this. We kind of knew that moving out. But there was kind of a wave of people moving out to Lake of the Ozarks during COVID because people were escaping the COVID rules. And the house prices were kind of spiking in Lake of the Ozarks while that was happening. It was sort of like, well, what if they develop it? What if it gets kind of cool? And for a while, it seemed like it was going to develop and get cool. You know, they're talking about putting up casinos, and they started the amusement park. It's actually pretty well progressed at this point. They're building a Bass Pro Shop and a whole new outlet mall area. So they are they are building it. That's the truth. But it's Kirsten and I probably would have stayed, except, ooh, look at that Ampharos, man. Wow, that card looks fantastic. Look at this, guys. St. Louis Zoo used to have the #1 aquarium in the country. Yeah, it's cool, man. I've been there a billion times. I've been there many times. But, you know, so I never really appreciated it until it was taken away when we moved out here. But, yeah, Kirsten and I would have stayed here in Lake of the Ozarks. We would have ridden it out. We would have just stuck it out because all this stuff is getting built. But then Missouri failed to become a no-tax state. And it's like, all right, well, we're out of here. Because you know what? They're building all this stuff, but you know what else? They're building that stuff in other places too. They're building stuff in Knoxville. They're building stuff in Nashville. They're building stuff in Las Vegas. They always do. They're building stuff in Reno. They're building stuff all over the place. So it's like, you can't get, I tell Karis this all the time, you can't get Stockholm Syndrome with the place that you're born or the place that you grow up. You got to explore. Exploring is a critical personality trait. By the way, if I was to give you guys advice, exploration is a critical trait because you don't gain knowledge about the world without exploration. You have to explore. You have to test ideas and break them and try new things. And that's when you discover like some secret that someone else didn't know. You know, it's like when I started selling Pokemon cards years ago, that was all exploring. It was all new ideas. And I'm always curious about what's the next new idea? Like, what's the next thing we got to explore? You got to keep going out there and never get too comfortable and go keep exploring and figuring out what you want to do next. But don't stay put. Don't get too settled into maybe a situation that's not optimized. You got to keep optimizing and trying new things. What is this music? Is this still Zelda? Huh, this is still Zelda, huh? Cool. All right, and sad that Ozarks have bugs, flies, and disease control your life and happiness. It's very nice. I don't know if I would recommend living here full time. I think the perfect way to enjoy this place is to have a home in some place like Springfield, St. Louis, or Kansas City. And then you got a lake house that you take the family to during the summertime. You know what I mean? Or, you know, you rent it on Airbnb. That's very popular, actually. So we were renting out our lake house on Airbnb, and people were actually renting it. And it honestly didn't even make a lot of money. It didn't make a lot of money because it constantly needs repairs. It's terrible. Renting is not great. If you are a landlord, you are not making tons of money. All right, Mr. Mark, let's take a look at your round real fast. So we open up a whole box of Ninja Spinner for Mr. Mark. You ready? So we got Energy Search, Froakie, very cute. Pyroar, Mega Pyroar. Here's Watch Hog. We got Chinchino for your SR. And your best pull is probably the Ampharos. Take a look at that Ampharos. Wow. I like this guy a lot. Not an Altart in this box, though, okay? All right, cool, man. Free Falling, Tom Petty. Mister is a spur-of-the-moment, follow the mainstream. I like to experiment. I think you have to explore, you have to experiment. I was telling Mike's side that. I said, we're not doing well enough on YouTube. We got to try new things. And then we started making those Auction of the Week shorts, and those started bringing in like hundreds of thousands of views on Facebook and Instagram. So it's like, you know, anytime you feel like you're stagnating at all, it's time for something new to come out. Are you ready? You can't do the same thing every day. You want to. Your body wants to, you know, your brain wants to. Routine is sort of like, it's a sort of comfort to have routine, but exploring is so important. All right, Mr. Mark. All right. Very good. Wow, that was a big order. It's 5:24? How's it so late? Let's see how many orders we got left in the queue. We've got an order from Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark, you going again? 0 minutes ago, he says, 1 box of Storm Emeralda. You know what? I brought one into the room. All right, 1 more box. Mr. Mark, going deep. This stream brought to you by Mr. Mark. All right, let's see what it is, Mr. Mark. You know, another thing St. Louis had, it had a Renaissance fair. That's actually pretty dang cool. It takes place in a big forested park with old trees in a place called Wentzville. It's about 40 minutes away from St. Louis, actually. But it's this really lovely part of the area of, you know, I guess you could call it the county that's being built. Wentzville is probably, it used to be pretty new. It's probably pretty old now. Got built a while ago. One of my friends bought a house out there. His name is Steven, and I knew him since back at Target. And he bought a house out there, and it's just beautiful out there. It's so peaceful. Anyways, that's where the Renaissance Fair takes place, and it's huge, man. It's a huge one. Kansas City hosts a really big one, too, actually. We went to it, and I couldn't tell which one was bigger, the St. Louis one or the Kansas City one, but I wanted to lean toward the Kansas City one. But it was, at first it seemed like it was larger, but later I was like, oh, these are actually closer in size than I initially thought. So I've been to both now. I've been to the St. Louis area one. That would be the one out in Wentzville I just told you about. And then I've been to the Kansas City one, which did feel pretty good. There you are. So many busty girls at the Renaissance Fair. The girls like to wear their titties out at the Renaissance fairs. So nice to walk around too. It's a great feeling, you know. But that's another case where you go out and you get a lot of walking done. And if you live next to it, you can go to it a couple times just for fun, right? We don't have that in Lake of the Ozarks. So that's another time that I don't go walking. Six Flags, we had Six Flags in St. Louis. It's another example where you go walking. We do have Silver Dollar City. It's pretty legit. You guys got to try it if you haven't tried it. Springfield to Silver Dollar City. Fly into Springfield and give it a try someday, guys. It's actually really good. But it is almost a 2-hour drive for me from where I am right here. So I'm not driving 2 hours. I'll do it on occasion, but it's like, I don't want to drive 2 hours. Back when I lived in St. Louis, it's like a 30-minute drive. It was close. You just go whenever you wanted. So you get a lot of exercise walking out at the amusement park. And so all that is missing. All that walking is missing in my life, in my lifestyle. And we hope to gain that back wherever we move to. I told AI, because AI helps me kind of make some of these strategic decisions. I tell it over and over again. The number one thing, pick a place where I'm going to walk a lot. And so it keeps telling me, well, you're probably going to walk the most in Las Vegas. All right, that's where we're going. Las Vegas it is. Here's Cactus. It's like multiple good things stacking on top of itself, you know. More card shows, no taxes, and going to be walking, hopefully, a lot. You are? Good exercise and blood flow. Oh, yeah, walking's so good because it doesn't really challenge it like, you're not going to have an injury walking. You're not going to ruin your joints walking. And it's a nice steady calorie burn. So it's a really nice thing to have, which we just don't have it out here. Here's Not a Queen. All right, so we got Growlithe so far. Here is an energy card. That'll be your SR. Seems like every box comes with like a trainer SR now. Oh, Talonflame. All right, so we know this box is Talonflame, not Rayquaza. Would be cool to meet you at a card show. Yeah, I've been to the Kansas City card show twice now. Kansas City card show. Where I guess that's where my grandparents are. I guess I won't see them anymore after this. They'll probably pass away before I go back to St. Louis. But so anyways, Kansas City card show. I've been to that twice. And each time I went, Kirsten and I were just talking. And somebody would say, hey, you're the card economist. And I'd be like, oh, yes, I am. And they'd be like, I knew it was you because I could hear your voice. I was like, that's crazy, dude. Imagine just talking and somebody recognizes you. Here's Go Lurk. It feels good if you have somebody to walk with too, someone that you're going to have a good time with, have a good conversation. Yeah, absolutely. Well, in that case, I'm pretty good to go walking with because I'll talk my effing head off. You almost can't escape talking with. When Kirsten and I will go walking, I'll talk like the entire time. I'll talk like for 2 hours straight without shutting up. Here's Kyogre. All right, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, man. That's one reason to open this set. Kyogre and Groudon looking so good in Storm Emeralda, which we have lowered the price. It is now $7 per pack. Ooh, yeah. Look at this. Beautiful. Okay. Here's Altaria. Not bad. All right, so Altaria, Growlithe, Kyogre. That's not bad. All right. Here's Arcanine. Cold. Here's Kyogre. Me too. You like to talk a lot. I'm a talker. I go blah, 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 blah. I think it's because when I talk, I'm often sorting ideas out, trying to get to like a point or something, like trying to solve something. You are. All right. Almost like I'm still working. Mr. Russ, 71 months. How many months? How many years is that? 71 divided by 12. 5.9 years. Almost 6 years. Wow. That's crazy, man. Okay, let's grab your bag. Wow. Thanks so much for the busy night tonight, Mr. Mark. And everyone, by the way. Hope you guys had a really fun night, by the way. Mark's the one handing out that Overframe card, so he's just a very generous guy. There we go. There we go. My 6th anniversary is coming up. You, and so is Alex, and technically Cheese, and Tammy. All you guys. Mary, I haven't seen Mary in a little while. I wonder what Mary's up to. She pops in from time to time, you know. All right, I love you too, mister. I'm married. No, I'm just kidding. Now let's see. I'm gonna hit refresh. All right, so that's Chris. Well, it is 3 hours and 15 minutes into the stream. You'll all make it look so easy to pull the Growlife. All right, let's grab the Mark giveaway and hand out a few spots. How shall we do it? Shall we do it from the Discord server or shall we do it from... Let's do it the easy way. We'll do it from Nightbot, okay? All right, so all you got to do is type in Mark, M-A-R-K. Type in Mark. Let me hit refresh on this, actually. And then we're going to hit next, and then we're going to hit next, and then next. All right, so type in Mark, M-A-R-K, to have a shot to get into this giveaway. Here, PZ, I'm due. All right, here's some people jumping in there. The Saturday night stream. Friday night stream, I mean. Went about as good as usual. Nothing really stood out. We stuffed those custom boosters up. Sold some junk packs again. Junk packs are popular. I think I'm running out of junk. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I think we're running out of junk faster than we can put it together. For Andy, man. 5. Hey, it's Carp. Hey, it's Carp. 6 shall be 6. 7 shall be your boy Russ. Your boy Russ. 8 shall be Cody H. Cody, you're getting on twice. That's pretty lucky, man. All right, so it looks like we filled this up by... We were at 3, so that's 5 people on perfect. So we added 5 people to the Overframe. It's a nice card. We'll continue this on Saturday night. I hope you guys will be there. If you haven't considered smashing the subscribe button, do so now, because then YouTube will let you know when I'm going live. If you're on Facebook watching, if you're watching from Facebook, the main place we stream this from is actually YouTube. Actually, I want to see, how does this look? Is there anyone watching on Facebook right now? I'm curious. We got a lot of followers on Facebook now. I can't tell. I don't know how to read this. It has 5 likes, so 5 people liked the stream on YouTube. That's pretty funny. All right, well, I'm hopping off, guys. I'm going to go stretch my legs and pet the kitty, okay? See you later, everybody. See you for the Saturday night stream in like 24 hours.